They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-pound rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. $7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off straight go. I got 'em all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Y'all know what the fuck going on around here, nigga. Y'all nigga keep talking about you want smoke.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Peace and blessings to everybody in the building. Salute to y'all, man. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope anybody that's close to water on the East Coast is safe. You know, we had a little tropical stizzarms coming through, you know. It's all good, though. But shout out to my brother Lee Jackson in the building. Salute, King. Peace and blessings to you, my nigga. All things. Big AMC FSG. How you doing, my brother? And I'll speak to the rest as they speak or they come in. But I hope everybody doing well. How was y'all weekend? You know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all hear me good? Press 1 if you can hear me good, please. Just a little sound check. Been yelling this weekend. Frequent Flyer, what up, man? Hey, Flyer Frequency. I'm glad you here, my brother. Can you hop up here for a quick second? I got something to talk to you about before we get into the show. It's about Ryan Garcia and Australian, right? I need to holler at you real quick, if you don't mind, my brother. I got the link pinned right there. It's just something that I need to know. And you seem like the foremost expert on it. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't no bullshit, nothing frequent. It ain't no bullshit. No bullshit. Shout out to my nigga Lion frequently in the building. What's going on, man? What the hell just happened?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I hear you. What's good with
you saw Boots?
Yeah,
you
I
stepped on that boy.
But did you hear what I said before the fight even started on the show Friday?
No, what you said?
I said, man, this shit ain't going 3 or 4 rounds, bro.
Yeah, I ain't expecting to take him out that quick, but I knew Boots was gonna get him though.
Nah, I did. The nigga from Angola, man. Ain't no fighters from Angola, man. Ain't nobody man Gola
I
bad.
mean, shoot, he had, even though it ain't a major belt, but he had that IBO belt though. You know, I thought he was doing good for something, and I heard he had power. So I don't
Well,
know.
you know, David Avenesian had an IBO belt, and we see how he looked versus Boots and Crawford, right?
Yeah, but David Avenesian did better than that though. He just went out there and got caught.
That nigga was just going for a payday. That's all. But I told people, but bro, he opened up as a -5,000, bro.
Hey, he looked terrified too. Like right before the fight, you know, right there, when they was in the ring, he looked like he was scared.
You know what? But you know, if you open up at a -5,000, bro, you know what to expect. You know what to expect, man. And it was the fact that Greg Hackett was trying to hype that shit up. That's what pissed me off. I'm like, bro, Boots is about to step on this nigga, dog. They talk about this is gonna be his toughest shot. No, the fuck it's not. Like, oh, that's the shit that get me frequent. Look, I don't mind that Boots had to get a warm up and step on a nigga, but don't tell me it's raining and you pissing outside, bro. Don't do that. Just go ahead and say what it is.
Hey, I don't think they knew Boots was gonna get him like that. I don't think they, you know, because I was surprised by how fast Boots beat him. Nobody expects somebody to go out like that in the first round that quick. Oh, you there? You heard that?
You hear me? I had it under 4 rounds. So I won a little 2-something, but I didn't get what I wanted. You feel what I'm saying? If I knew he was gonna knock him out in 1 round, I definitely would have did that shit, but I didn't think that was happening.
Oh yeah, you'd have made a lot more, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. Nigga, that was plus 1,500. 100 would have bring you 15 back. But I had him under 4. But I already knew this shit wasn't gonna go like people said it was. Like it was a come on, bro. Like, come on, man. We not stupid.
Hey,
like,
but what you think about Boots called all them dudes out now? So what you think about that? Like the ball is in their court now. Virgil and them can't say nothing because he said, "What's up? Come on, bring it on."
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but we can get to that in a second. But let me ask you a question though, right?
What's up?
So, but this is between me and you now. We're gonna get it all out. Knuckle sandwich salute. The reason why Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney was because of Osterine, right?
I mean, that's not the only reason, but I think that was the major reason. I think that was something that we can't get past. You know, the fact that we can't, you know, try to undermine the fact that he had Osterine in the system. But yeah, okay. I know there's a lot of other things like Devin game plan. You can say that was in the question. I think the way that Devin approached the fight, you know, constantly walking, and plus after he got hurt, constantly still walking forward towards Ryan Garcia. I don't think that was the move right there either, because that allowed for him to get his shots off, you know?
Hey, well, check this out, right? Oh, shit, you don't watch UK fights, do you?
Say that again?
You are you familiar with UK fighters, right?
Some of them.
You remember we got that Amir Khan and Kell Brook fight?
Yeah.
Kell Brook beat the shit out that nigga, didn't
he? Yeah, Amir Khan he got a glass jaw though. Ever since Canelo cracked it. Well, I think before that, like everybody be knocking Khan out.
Danny Garcia got his ass too. Did you know that Amir Khan had Osterine in his system?
Yeah, Osterine in your system with a glass jaw, though, it don't matter. But Amir Khan was real fast, though. That was his thing, his speed, though. You know, that's why.
Twin. I see Twin in the building. Because my brother Phoenix Assassin brought that to my attention. So I'm like, okay. So Amir Khan, he was supposed to be a skilled fighter. He got in there with Terrence Crawford. They said Amir Khan was Amir Khan, right? So why did he get this? That shit wasn't even close versus him and Kell Brook, though, right?
Yeah, he got a glass jaw. We all know Amir Khan got a glass jaw, man. You touch that jaw, it's over for him.
They say Devin got one.
I don't know why they saying that. I don't know if they ain't had their glasses on or what fight they was watching, because he got caught with Ryan Garcia's hook flush at least 6 times and still got up. Who you saw get touched with Ryan Garcia left hook and still get up? Most of the time people get grazed and still don't get up.
2 cents says 7. I thought it was about 12. But
And
what I was going to say,
and that's why I said at least 6. You know, it was definitely more than that. I think, but I don't want to get too crazy.
You know what that fight reminded me of? Shout out to my nigga Big Bob Guns. You remember when Devin was in that fight for his life though? But you remember when Adrian Broner got in there with Maidana?
Man, Maidana cheated too, man.
How about Donna cheat? What do you do?
Them gloves, man. Come on, man. We know right after Maidana fought AB and did that to AB, Floyd, you know, because Floyd used to do that. People, you know, so whoever looking good at that time, Floyd, you know, he'd go into a fight with him. And Floyd and them was looking at them gloves, and Floyd squares them Jones and was like, yo, this John don't got no patent. And Robert Garcia was like, them the same gloves that he used for AB. And you saw Leonard Ellaby eyes get wide as hell, like, dang, he got us. Yeah, man. But people try to look past. I think that ruined AB career, man. That's why I don't like that stuff, man.
You know that shit right there. Ever since that fight right there, Joseph Vermeer, salute, King. Ever since that fight, you remember AB couldn't let his hands go no more. You remember that?
Yeah, he was scared. He was scared. He was keeping his hands home because he remembered what was happening when he let his hands go. But I think, you know, if Maidana didn't have that extra punch. There.
What about so you remember Ryan was catching Devin ass, right? And Devin took a hell of a beating, right? We're not gonna act like he ain't take a hell of a beating, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. His beating was worse than Earl's, but I don't see why people don't understand that because Devin went all 12 rounds.
I think Devin took more punishment than Earl because Earl, at least they stopped that shit in the ninth.
Yeah, I was
looking at Bill Haney like, Bill, you not gonna stop this shit?
Yeah, like, I was arguing that with somebody. They was trying to tell me Earl Spence took more punishment than Devin Haney. I said, hell no, because Devin Haney went 12 full rounds catching that Ostarine laced left hook, and Earl got saved by the ref.
Shout out to my nigga Oakland LDTV in the building. Shout out to the Miss Joette. How you doing, Miss Joette? Not Moet, but Joette. How you doing? But see, now that's the only reason I say I got respect for Devin, but you know, he had heart. He didn't give up. He could have easily just laid down and said, fuck this shit.
Hey, that's why I'm wondering how people talking about Devin don't got no chin. When Devin got up, he kept getting up from that left hook, man. Like, that's why, you know, talking about.
See, that's the difference. That's the difference between chin. A chin don't mean you get knocked out. Chin means you get knocked down. Like,
no, chin usually mean you can't you get knocked out or you can't recover from a tap on that chin, you know. And
I was always taught that nigga ain't got no chin means he falls easily. Like boom, he go down.
No, because you could go down from a flash knockdown. Now, see, look, when Linares fought Devin Haney, he caught Devin Haney with a combination, and it wobbled Devin when he caught him on the chin. You know, but Devin, you know, it might have. Somebody might argue that it took a little while for Devin to recover because it happened at the end of the round. Then the next round, I think Devin was tying him up because he was trying to get himself together. But it was no evidence that he was still wobbled because he wasn't. You know, he still had his legs under him. But look what happened when Linares fought Loma. He put Loma on his pockets. So we don't say Loma got no suspect chin because it was just a flash knockdown. You know?
Yeah, but the point I was talking about, you know how AB fought after the damn Maidana fight, right? And then we seen the Devin Haney when he fought Jose Ramirez. You see, they look like two completely different people, right?
Yeah, Devin wasn't letting him hit him, but that's a good question right there with AB. Now we saw how Maidana kept doing AB. Do AB got a suspect chin? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? AB looked just like he was looking in that fight, but you know, he was up against a hard puncher and he was getting caught. Hey, ain't nobody show me a person who could stand there in front of a hook from Ryan Garcia, even when he not on Ostarine, and catch it on the chin and still get up.
Tank?
No, he didn't catch Tank flush on the chin.
He caught Tank flush a few times frequent. Go back and look
hit him upside. I saw him hit him upside the head. That's why I said Tank got a chin on him. You know, Tank Tank ain't he ain't got no glass jaw. We see that. You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
they
I
call
think
him Tank, because he's
Rolly
sturdy.
caught him too. Rolly caught him too, and it ain't really Buckle Tank.
You heard what Tank said though. He said Rolly was the hardest punch he ever got hit with.
But when Ryan Garcia started hitting Tank, Tank tied him up though,
Yeah, of course.
as he's supposed to, right?
Yeah, you supposed to. Like, who? You got a bigger, stronger nigga in front of you. Who gonna sit there and just trade?
And Tank was moving too. Tank wasn't walking towards him until Tank knew he had him though. After Tank heard him, then he got on him.
Yeah, when he caught him with that body, it was over. I think that's the only way you can stop Canelo to the body.
And that's the thing about Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia got quit in him, man. When he get hurt, he don't want to fight no more. That's why he kept his hands to himself after Rolly floored him.
Yeah, Ryan a pretty boy. I ain't gonna lie, Ryan Garcia is a pretty boy. And see, Ryan, he only been in the ring with two people that hit harder than him. If you go look at all Ryan's fights, it's only been two people that hit harder than him, and both of them he got a loss with. See,
Wait,
Ryan,
Duarte hit pretty hard, but I don't think he hit Ryan.
Yeah, Duarte hits hard, but he don't hit as hard as Ryan Garcia. But this is what I'm saying: like Ryan Garcia is a bully. You know how
Duarte
bullies
said he was on PEDs too, though.
Man, Duarte was saying that he got the Shinola whipped out of him because he couldn't get past the that Tijuana taco, bro. You know, he had the Tijuana wraps. He ain't had a Philly shell, but he had the Tijuana wraps.
Hey man, I think Ryan Garcia been cheating all along, man. I think he was cheating all the way back when he was fighting Tank, man. When somebody get caught cheating, that don't never be the first time they cheated. Usually that's just the first time they got caught.
But he's been getting tested, period, bro. He's been getting tested. And
he ain't test with Tank.
Just the fuck they did.
He ain't test with Duarte either.
Frequent. Let's just frequent. Check this out, right? They do strenuous testing with the boxing, especially with the PVC. PVC, I don't know why they always say PVC don't do testing, but they do test. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, you can say what you want to say.
I thought they didn't test because Tank said he was on PEDs too. Remember? Tank alluded to that too. That Ryan Garcia.
Tank sat there and said he know Ryan Garcia wasn't. Tank was one of the only people to defend Ryan Garcia, bro. Now you change.
Oh, he only defended him when he fought Devin. I'm talking about before he fought Devin, when Tank fought him. Tank was saying that he was on PEDs.
No, bro, Tank ain't never say Ryan was on PEDs. Frequent, you was dreaming. I'm
gonna come back with the receipts because I don't got nothing for you now, but I'm gonna come back with the receipts. Why?
Yeah, make sure you come back with the receipts because I remember Tank was the only one, and he said if Ryan was cheating, I'm gonna kick his ass. That's what he said. He never said the man was cheating.
That was after Devin. That was after he beat Devin. You know, I'm talking about before that when Tank was about to fight him.
All right. But all I gotta say, shout out to my nigga Phoenix, the Assassin, Dragons Assassins, salute. My nigga Malik Taylor, salute. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get away from that though. I was just saying, like Phoenix said though, you know, Amir Khan had Ostrine as well. My nigga Brian the King Falcon. Boy, they try to treat us like New Orleans, didn't they, Brian? They tried to break the levees over here in North Carolina. Too bad we ain't got no levees.
Didn't old boy who fought Frank Martin had Ostrine in the system or some kind of PED in the system after he got beat.
He had diuretics. Fonz B, salute.
Who? I'm talking about the fake Muhammad Ali.
You talking about Michelle Rivera?
Michelle Rivera.
Night Rider, salute. Nah, he didn't have
PEDs, right?
He didn't get caught with PEDs. He got caught with diuretics.
So he was
Desmond
smoking
Johnson,
weed?
salute. Huh?
So he was smoking weed?
Nah, you know, diuretics, you know, when you take diuretics, it make you piss. It helps you lose weight. It helps you get it one thing, because I had to take diuretics. Richard Perry, salute. I used to have to take diuretics when I got shot in the chest. You feel what I'm saying? Because fluid used to fill up in my lungs and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like my whole body used to have fluid from my bullet wounds and stuff. So
yeah, I asked that because weed is a diuretic too.
Weed is a diuretic?
Yep, look it up.
Dub City Gritty salute. Weed don't make you piss, my nigga.
I think it do. I think it do. I don't know what they mean, but they said
Bro, I
that
smoke
weed is
weed all day.
definitely
I don't be pissing like that.
weed is definitely a diuretic, though. I don't know if it make you piss, but I know that's what it is, though. Look it up.
That's
Google
the
it.
definitions of a diuretic, though. Frequent. If you talk about you said you don't know if it make you piss, then it's not a diuretic if it ain't making
No,
you
I'm
piss.
saying, it's definitely a diuretic, but I don't know why they saying. I guess it do make you piss. Then Google it though, you'll see.
My nigga Dub City Gritty said makes you shit. What?
Yeah,
I ain't know
it's
that.
one of them. It do something. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
they
hey,
said
Busy said
that's something.
they said it helps you shit. Oh, okay. That's why a nigga be regular all the time. All right, cool. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I
and
never
that's
knew
why
that.
that's why I was saying when I was people thought I was playing. You know, I didn't know what I was talking about when I was saying that Ryan Garcia
So it
smoking
was a
weed
sure. So it
helps.
was a sure Reddit. So
It
it's a
helps
sure
flex
Reddit.
this. It helps. Yeah, right.
Shit already.
No, but that help you flush your system too, and it can hide PEDs. And he was smoking weed all through. He was
But
doing a
one
lot
thing
of
about
stuff, man. I think all
diuretics,
that stuff was meticulous, bro. That was
but one
planned.
thing,
All of that stuff.
bro, I took diuretics and still failed the piss test. You feel what I'm saying? Diuretics, it's just getting the damn shit out. Like it's just getting fluid off of you.
No, that worked because I had to take a test
No,
before too, and I went
I'm
to
gonna
the
tell you
store and
how.
got
I'm
one
gonna
of
tell
them
you how.
joints to get the weed out your
I'm gonna tell
system.
you. I'm gonna tell you the easy way to get the weed out your system. All you gotta do drink about a half a gallon of water, straight. And after the third piss, your shit'll be straight clear. It's called flushing your system.
But look, this
But
the thing though.
see, with the diuretics, this is what the diuretics do. The diuretics is taking fluid. It's taking fluid from all through your body. It's not just cycling it through. See, when you flush your system, that shit's running straight through. So Ramon Seafood salute. So when you flushing, it ain't got time to absorb the nutrients in your body. But when you're taking diuretic, it's taking the fluid out of your what they call organs. Like it's taking fluid out your organs. It's taking all that. So if you have shit in there, it's gonna be in that bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's getting all the fluid out your body.
But this the thing though, when you smoke weed though, it's in your hair follicles, your hair and your nails for 6 months. For 6 months.
No, it's not just weed. It's any drug.
Well,
any drug that you take, it goes. See, your hair, it got the keratin and stuff. It's built off the stuff that you eat. It's built off the shit that you eat. So anything that you eating and shit, it's got a trace in your hair. It is not 6 months. It's always in your hair DNA. Whatever you've had.
But weed stays in your hair follicle for 6 months though. I know that.
That's a lie, frequent. I'm trying to explain it to you. As long as your hair is right, however long you've been growing it, that's how long that shit's gonna be in there.
No, but what I'm saying is when you smoke weed, right? You smoke weed, it'll show up in your hair for 6 months. After 6 months, if you stop smoking weed, after 6 months, it's not gonna still be in your hair after you cut your hair, bro. That's what I'm saying. It'll keep going.
No, if you cut your hair, that's different. But if you still got long ass hair, it's gonna be still in there. It's gonna be in there. It's in the DNA of your hair now. It's gonna be in your hair's DNA.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when your hair is produced though from your hair follicles, what I'm saying is the traces of weed will still be in there being produced for 6 months. If you cut it, like if you smoke weed and then you cut your hair off, when your hair grow back, it'll still have it in there, for 6 months.
Just 30 days, bro. It's 30, not even 30 days. Ruben Lang for salute. It's not even 30 days. That should probably be 2 weeks but they want you to have at least 6 months of hair growth. That's what that is. You're getting confused. You have to have at least 6 months of hair growth to get the hair follicle test. That's the difference. You got to have at least 6 months of hair growth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got at least 6 months of hair growth, they're not going to let you take the test. You feel what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. But
but like we was, all right, Miss Joette, that's different. Oh, but all right then, frequent. I'm gonna catch you later. I appreciate you though, man.
All right, salute.
Hey. All right, y'all. We good. We good. Nick Shine, salute, King. Peace and blessings. Yeah, you know, Frequent, that's key boy right there. You know, Frequent, he good people. He a fellow industry nigga. But how the hell that shit stay in your system 6 months to make hair? That's crazy. Yeah, I can tell my nigga Frequent don't get in no trouble. My nigga Frequent don't get in no damn trouble. Why my damn shit keep doing that shit? Like the back of my damn phone keep fucking up. Hold on. I got my damn phone wet, so the back of that shit keep motherfucking boom, 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 boom. That shit crazy as hell. Shit keep jumping. Can y'all still hear me? Is my voice good? Can y'all hear a ninja? Please let me know. But like I said the other day, Two said that's the yeah. I switched to my pad because my damn phone keep. Oh, I ain't even gonna tell y'all what like I was taking a piss and I set the shit on the ledge. And then when I flushed toward that motherfucker, I said, oh man. At one point I ain't really want to get that shit out. What type of wreck? Y'all went to the gym and shot basketball Frequent. I just let Alexa, if I want my camera to cover on Miss Joey, I just tell Alexa to do it. Alexa do everything. I be keeping my hands. I be like, Alexa, do this. And I be asking a question she don't know the answer to. I mean, not Alexa, Siri. Alexa's on my pad. Siri's on the phone. Siri can make all types of codes. He said I keep my nose clean. Niggas out here caught wreck. So they went to the motherfucking gym and shot ball. Oh, I seen it. It kept boom, boom, boom. But see, my phone I was using is sitting right there over there on top of the damn bed thing. So it's just sitting right there. So I seen it keep clicking on from the screen. Like I said, my screen is jumping. Like that's why I gotta close it out. Frequent say I was on some shit in my day. It wasn't no heroin, was it, Frequent? It wasn't no heroin. Oh, you said you was in some ish back in the days. Well, you know, Diddy be in some shit too. But let's get back. What y'all thought about that? What y'all thought about that Boost in this fight? I told y'all before that Boost Ennis was gonna step on that dude. And see, this is the shit that gets me. And 2 Cent, the link print, if you want to hop up here, twin. You know, you always welcome, twin. But yeah, it was a showcase fight. Yes, it was a showcase fight. Yes, Boots stood on business. And this is the thing. Don't get me wrong. I don't have no problem with him doing that, right? I didn't have no problem with him doing that. My problem was the fact that they was trying to make it seem like they was making it seem like Fonzby exactly. You in there and you're superior to your opponent. Exactly, Knuckles. Like, that's just like if you hop out with a Draco with 50 shots, you're not supposed to When you got 50 rounds in that bitch, you're not supposed to miss shit. Boots had the Draco. That nigga had a motherfucking slingshot. That shit right there, that was the equivalent. Matter of fact, my nigga Alan Sostain, salute. This is what I'm saying. Like, they fight other champions frequent. Don't nobody want to get back in the line. And I'm not saying that frequent. What I'm saying is this. You see, I'm in and out. This was like Erickson Lubin. Shit, really? Like, Lubin wasn't ready. And that's why I was trying to tell you that this is what got me. This is what got me. I was telling frequent about what my guy Phoenix said about Osterine. Like, if he thought Ryan, and I was like, what Phoenix brought up a good point. Amir Khan had Osterine when he fought Kell Brook. But see, this is what I'm saying. This is like, y'all remember when Lubin fought Jermell Charlo? That shit wasn't even worth it. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I was telling everybody before the fight. All right, let me see if I can fix this shit. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, do I sound better now? Can y'all hear me better now? Press a 1 if you can hear me better. I was frequent. Virgil wasn't a fucking champion. He wasn't a champion when he moved up. And we're not talking about making Virgil the face of boxing. But what I'm saying is the problem I had with the fight was the propaganda. James Dunnigan, my nigga in the building. They was trying to make it seem like this is about to be a super test. Like, this is his most experienced opponent. This opponent right here is going to give Boots problem. You even had Greg Hackett talking about, yeah, man, I think Boots going to get knocked down in this fight and shit. Like, I think Greg Hackett said that shit get knocked down by this guy right here, man. This is a real tough opponent right here. Bullshit. I call bullshit. No, Greg was dead ass 2 Cent. He talking about motherfuckers don't understand, but this Lima guy, he's so great. Man, Lima's good, man. Y'all give him Boots hell. Lima's a good opponent. But like I'm saying, that's just like me saying Emiliano Vargas. That's just like Emiliano Vargas goes to fight Tank Davis right now. Yeah, Emiliano Vargas looks great against other prospects, but if you put him in the ring against Tank Davis, he getting smoked. And that nigga Lima ain't have enough experience, bro. That nigga was still a fucking prospect with the IBO belt. The nigga footwork was shoddy. He was trying to walk Boots down, bro. And one thing I can't say, Boots looking real good. But 2 Cent, we can't say that Boots made him look like nobody. Because if you do remember, before the fight, 2 Cent, I kept telling y'all that this fight is not going to be no type of problem. I told you this fight is about to be easy fucking peasy. I told y'all that this shit right here ain't got no future. And frequent. They're not talking about Virgil or talking about Jerron Ennis. You got Eddie Hearns talking about Jerome Ennis will beat everybody. Shout out to who too, Sid? Hey, who did I say to, Sid? Who did I say? Yeah, I give him that. And I appreciate what he did at the end of the fight. Okay. Nigga, he called some shit out. Now, I think Bachram made a post. Now, Bachram want the smoke now. If I'm not mistaken. You wanted Virgil. You said you want all the champions. You said all the belts is yours. So if Bachram Murtazelev hit you up and be like, look, hey, get that smoke. Get that smoke. Oh, and Dr. Key just hit me up. She told me to let y'all know. They did not cancel Keith Thurman and Virgil Ortiz. They just moved it. They moved the Keith Thurman and Virgil Ortiz fight. It will be an undercard fight now. Keith Thurman and Virgil Ortiz. No, not Keith Thurman. Yeah, I'm tripping. Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora is now Blaze P pound for pound. Salute, King. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to 2 Cent. Y'all subscribe to Blaze. Y'all subscribe to all the content creators, man. But Keith Thurman and Fundora will now be on the Pacquiao's undercard. Keith Thurman and Fundora is the co-main to the Manny Pacquiao undercard. Well, not co-main to the undercard. Co-main to Pacquiao and Rolly. Yeah. Light-skinned business in the building. That's going to be a hell of a fucking card right there. That is going to be a hellified fucking card. You got Pacquiao. You got Keith Thurman and Fundora. Yeah, I'm liking that card right there. That shit gonna be. And I think the O'Shaquie Foster and whatchamacallit gonna be on that card as well. O'Shaquie and Stephen Fulton. So that card right there stacked up like a damn triple decker burger from Wendy's right there. That's a Dave's triple right there. So yeah. Yeah, I like that card right there. New Pacquiao, it's supposed to be Pacquiao versus Rolly. Knuckle sandwich. I agree with you. Miss Joette. All right. And I'm just being real, Miss Joette. Marquis. But you say, who do I think could beat Boots at 154? That's why I'm so critical on Jerome Boots and his Miss Joette. Honestly, with his skill set, I think Boots beats everybody at 154 and 160. Like I would have loved to see Boots versus Terrence Crawford. That would have been the fight I want at 160. Boots versus Terrence Crawford. But I don't think nobody at 154 beats Boots. Like, you got to look at it. I'm not saying Boots is Roy Jones. I'm not saying Boots is Floyd Mayweather. But if you look at it, Boots has all the intangibles that you want in a fighter. That's why Eddie Hearns is slobbing the man down so bad. Yeah, Blaze. I remember the old man got a hold to him. But Manny Pacquiao got a problem with getting hit on that chin. And Rolly hit hard. But I feel like, honestly, Jerome Boots Ennis should be able to beat anybody out there because he got the height, he got the size, he got the speed, he got power in both hands. He can fight from both angles. And his dad is a hell of a coach. So, like I said, I don't think 154, but 2 Cent. You got people that want. Bachman just said he'll fight him. Fundora said he'll fight him. The thing is, the only problem I got about Boots Ennis, the only thing I think that doesn't make Boots Ennis a complete fighter, and he showed me this time, is he plays with his plate too much. He plays with his food too much. Boots said he wants the winner of Virgil and Lubin. And I'm not saying Lubin is going to win, but if Lubin wins, he's not fighting Virgil Ortiz. He took from Fundora. Lubin ain't trying to take no more punishment. I don't think nobody right there. My nigga Rod Walker salute. And did y'all see how well Boots rehydrated? He looked like a good 180, 190. He looked strong. I said that while we was watching this shit in Discord. I said, look, Boots about to step on this nigga. But you know something? You know something? Who would y'all rather see? I know we all been waiting for Boots and Virgil Ortiz, right? But would you rather see Boots and Virgil Ortiz next? Or what if Bachram calls him out? Would you want to see Boots versus Bachram? Even though I think Boots versus Bachram's a better fight, I would still want to see him fight Virgil Ortiz first. What 2 Cent? Boots Ben had IBF rehydration at 147. I think Boots is trying to get another belt. I think Boots trying to get another belt before he go for that IBF. Humble servant. Why do you feel like Virgil Ortiz coming off a Lubin fight is not a good look? Lubin is. Why do you think him fighting Erickson Lubin is not a good look? I think Boots come fighting Virgil Ortiz after. And Virgil Ortiz got some names. He got the former champion Madrimov. And if he beats Erickson Lubin, oh, so is that what you're saying? I'm trying to figure out, but I got the link pinned. Y'all all welcome to come up here and give your opinions. You know, keep it going. I said, so you think that Lubin might take too much up out of him or something? And you think Virgil will make an excuse like he just had a tough fight? Hell, Earl Spence took tough fights back to back to back. The link pinned at the top, Blaze. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Exactly. Virgil Ortiz will give Boots more eyes than Bakram. Bakram ain't no name. I mean, he's a name, but Bakram ain't got the shine. He might be the toughest champion right now, but he ain't got the value. Like, hardcore boxers know that. Hold on, I'll put it in the chat, man. It should have been right at the top, but I'll re-put it. There go the link. Anybody want to hop up? Exactly, Miss Joette. I think Lubin about to get walked down, really. I'm saying though, Richard, my nigga Jesus Ramos was cheated versus Lubin, but if you go back and score, Ramos beat Lubin. He was pounding that nigga, dog. How you doing, humble servant?
What's going on, Upper? How you doing, bro?
I can't call you. What's going on, Blaze Peep pound for pound? How y'all doing today?
Doing great. Can't complain. Now, I was saying that fight with Lubin is going to be a tough fight. Back to back, Lubin and then Boots. I don't know if they're going to do that.
I mean,
now,
other champions have done it.
I know. But remember, when Earl was doing it, he was taking a year and a half off. Between the Danny Garcia and the Ugas fights, that was what, a year and a half, 16 months? And then from the Ugas to the Crawford fight with another 16 months. So Earl was very.
Hold on, check this out. From Kell Brook.
Oh yeah, when he was younger, he was able to do it. Yeah, Earl was definitely. He went Kell Brook. He went.
Brook. I spent Sean Porter Lamont.
Mikey Garcia. Yep.
Then Sean Porter. He did all four of them in less than 2 years. The only reason Earl Spence took the loss, the days off, because he was injured. He took the time off because he had the accident. And then he also had to have eye surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So he had 2 injuries back to back.
Yeah, but you think Virgil Ortiz be able to? I mean, he did Boachuk and he did.
Man, I'm just saying that Virgil. Yeah, hey, he's a full champion, but I feel like Virgil Ortiz have a bigger fan base than Bakram.
Mm-hmm.
He has a bigger fan base. And how you doing today, Blaze?
I'm doing good. I agree. I think Virgil's the money fight in comparison to Bakram or any of the champions, maybe outside of Fundora, as far as name recognition.
Yeah, I would love the Virgil Ortiz fight next.
Yeah. But what I got Virgil Ortiz. I got Virgil Ortiz on Duck Watch with Boots because really, and I got him on Duck Watch. I'm not saying he's a duck, but I think when even Boots stumping out of Ken like Lima, and I ain't going to puff it up, but Lima had one loss and it was by decision. Ain't nobody never stopped him. Boots stumped him out in one round, and Lubin's last 4 opponents was undefeated. But what I would say is this though: how he looks, and then with a continuation of how he looked at 147, ending it with his performance against Stanionis. I don't think none of these guys really want to fight Boots, and I think the money got to be right for individuals to jump in the ring with him. And so I'm thinking that's what. So with Virgil, the money's there. Obviously, I think Turkey be interested in it.
But
oh, go ahead, OG.
Well, they was trying to say that Virgil was trying to say that Boots ducked him at first.
But exactly, but that's the irony, right? He's
You know what
saying
I'm
he
saying?
ducked him. He's saying he ducked him. Now Boots come in here, wrecks this boy in 1 round. He's ready to fight now, and then Lubin has a difficult fight on his hands. So I'm interested to see when he's called out. And they said, and not only even though Virgil's talking about a duck, they talking about Hearn and them talking about they signed their side of the contract. So he's boxed into a corner. That's why when individuals say when he's fighting Lubin. But that's the thing, because if he's fighting Lubin and Virgil Sal, he bangs it out with everybody. So he's not coming out of that fight unscathed. It ain't like the Canelo Skull going in to fight Bud. You feel me? He goes in and he has a difficult fight against Lubin.
Well,
Him and even his
Lubin didn't bang it out with Jesus. Lubin didn't bang. Can you hear
yeah, I can hear you.
me? Lubin didn't before Jesus Ramos.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Oh,
fought.
I said, Blaze, can you hear me?
okay,
I
I can
said,
hear
you
you.
don't
Was going
remember
in and
when
out.
Lubin was fighting Jesus Ramos? All right,
Yeah, I
you
have to
remember
go.
when Lubin fought Jesus Ramos?
I gotta go back and look at the fight.
Yeah, he was trying to get the hell up out of there, and I felt like Ramos won, but they gave it to Lubin. But Lubin ain't gonna bang it out.
Okay, well that's
He'll
that's
have
gonna be
Charlo
the thing.
nightmares. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, that's gonna be the thing. If he don't bang it out and Virgil's already able to come out of that fight relatively, decent, then there ain't gonna be no excuse for him not to take the Boots fight. And I mean, really, I think the money will be right for him not to deny it. For the promotional, for him and everybody. I think the money will be right for that fight because that fight's right now.
Hell yeah.
And they
So
on the
so
same network.
and so
So
we gonna
And
see. So like I said,
going against a skilled black fighter, it's not gonna work.
yeah, I mean, I got Boots washing Virgil just with the
yeah, I
styles.
got
It's the
TKO in
styles.
8.
It's the styles because of how
Boots
Virgil
about to,
fights and he opens himself up. Virgil is going. I mean,
is it?
Boots is going to pick him apart.
He too fast. That's why I was trying to tell the other day. Speed kill. A lot of people be like, "Well, you think you just gonna time in? I got blazing hand speed. I can damn change up the variations of my shots."
You going
It's
in
the
and
fact.
out. You going in and out, upper.
You're going in and
Like
out.
people. Oh, okay, let me get this thing back right. Go ahead, y'all. Hold on.
Go ahead, Humble.
Yeah, I was saying that the Ortiz versus Lubin fight, the winner of that, are they going to be ready by January, February for Boots to fight? Because Boots should not wait another 8-9 months for them to heal up after that fight. He should be busy. Meaning, you got a fight, you had a 1-round fight in October. I'll be trying to get another fight with a champion in January, February at the latest.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable with Virgil. I think it's reasonable as late as May for them to fight. You feel me? Just with like that
for him to sit.
Cinco de Mayo, lining it up like that because of the
You would
money.
want him.
I don't
You would
I
want
don't
him to
think the
sit.
money will be there for Luke. No, I don't want him to sit, but it's worth sitting if they lock in the fight with Virgil because it's gonna make the money. Lubin, yeah, that gotta be like February or something. That's not gonna make the money. Because I'm with
Yeah,
you. I wouldn't want him to sit either. But if he's gonna fight Virgil, then he's fighting somebody real. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I think if he go ahead.
I was saying if Virgil ain't ready by Cinco de Mayo, or they want to wait till Cinco de Mayo, go ahead in January and get rid of a boss and get the WBA, and then set that up from February, March, April, May, then fight Ortiz. Hopefully Ortiz will be ready by then, or Fundora just stepped out of the Thurman fight, so the winner of Lubin and Ortiz
I thought they
should be fighting.
rescheduled it. Thurman stepped out.
Did they reschedule it?
Yeah,
I heard
Thurman
they
and
rescheduled it.
Fundora.
I know he had a broken hand. I didn't know they rescheduled it that quick. Fundora had a hand injury.
On Pacquiao's
Yeah, a hand
undercard.
contusion for January.
Okay. So they committed to it then. All right. So I thought they were trying to get out of that Thurman fight. And go right for the winner of Ortiz and Lubin. That would have probably been the best
Now
choice
that
for Fundora.
Fundora Thurman's a money fight. And for Fundora, it's like it's an easy. It looked like easy money for him because you're dealing with Thurman, and then you're looking at Thurman, where it's like Thurman's. It's a good payday for him, as far as him, trying to come back. So I think it's in both of their interests, that they want that fight.
Mhm.
I don't think nobody's running from that fight.
Yeah.
I think that Fundora just had the hand contusion. I don't think he's faking an injury. Why would you fake an injury against Thurman? Right? In my opinion, if I
Mhm.
was their camp, this is, from their perspective, it looked like easy money.
It seemed like easy money, but
It
keep
seemed
him
like
in
it. I'm not saying it ain't. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying from their
keep him.
perspective.
They
I'm
rescheduled.
not
Yeah,
counting
keep
out
him.
Thurman, but he's older and he ain't been inactive. And with somebody with of the size of Fundora and the level of competition that he's been fighting, I couldn't have Thurman favored to win in this fight.
Yeah, but the pressure's going to be on Ortiz to see if he can get that fight with Boots. And I wouldn't wait. If I was Boots, I wouldn't sit around and wait a whole year to fight Ortiz after this performance.
It's scheduled for February, bro.
February, right? Okay, so then
Yeah.
they need to go ahead and get that done. Belt or no belt.
But now I agree with you, Humble Servant. I mean, like I said, I think the latest they can wait is May Cinco de Mayo because it's, with Virgil Ortiz, because it's the money fight. But if it's not, if he ain't fighting Virgil, right? Which he'll figure that out after they, that's what I'm saying. We about to find out when they fight next month. So then we got November. Then if he don't fight Virgil, then yeah, he can fight February, March. You feel me? For a title or something. It's got to be a title though, because there ain't no other names at 154. You got Jermell in negotiations with Spence, which is a way bigger fight for them than it would be. Than I think Jermell and Boots. I think Jermell Spence with the storyline.
Spence and Boots would be bigger though.
Yeah, but Spence ain't fighting Boots. Spence ain't built to
Oh
fight Boots right now.
Oh, I know. Spence ain't fighting Boots.
Yeah, Spence ain't fighting Boots.
No.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Like even though he about to snatch that WBA belt, that's not even really a big fight. That Abreu guy, he not that good.
About Abbas, yeah. But it's a belt though. If you're trying to get to undisputed, right? It's a belt, and then like y'all talk about with the hydration clause, he get that.
That's
belt
why I said
he's not for with Barker.
That's why I say he's not gonna fight Barker until he gets another belt. Boots is not trying to get that IBF rehydration put on him again. Cause y'all see how he rehydrated against Lima. That nigga Boots, Boots he looked like a good 180, 190. Like I said, he looked strong. I said he looked strong. I told 2 Cent that when we were sitting there watching it in disco, I said, "Oh man, Boots looks strong." I said, "Yep." I said, "This ain't going 4 rounds." And I told everybody
Lima would have been out of there earlier if he wasn't in such great condition. Like Lima is not no slouch when it comes to his conditioning. Like he looked like he could go 12 or 15 rounds.
But let me ask y'all a question then. This is what I was saying before my shit cut out, right? Y'all know Emiliano Vargas, right?
Yep.
He undefeated and everything, right? Stopping shit and everything, right? So, Emiliano Vargas, he looked tough right now, right? Let me ask you a question though. Say like Emiliano Vargas was to get in the ring with Tank Davis, right? How long you think that fight will last?
Maybe 4, 5 rounds.
I don't even think go that far.
I don't know. It depends on how he fights him.
Emiliano Vargas is too green, bro. He doesn't have enough experience. I don't care how you fight. That man right there, he doesn't have enough. He's coming up. He's a prospect. And that's the same thing I was trying to tell people about Lima. I said, yeah, Lima looked good, just like Emiliano Vargas looked good against some undefeated fighters. You feel what I'm saying? But the undefeated fighters that he fighting, they ain't got much skill either. Like they still under 20 fights.
But OG, when I said that, to be clear, like I said, that's why I put a disclaimer on it, because I watched the tape on Lima, and Lima takes punches and has his hands down. So I had Boots expectations of getting him out of there within 3. I said if he has to get him out of there within 3. But
I told everybody it'd be 4 and under.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought 6 rounds he can get him out of there.
I was mad. I was mad I didn't put money on the 1 round.
Yeah.
That shit, it was paying out $1,500.
I wasn't expecting to see that.
It was plus 1,500.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would have been. I wasn't expecting Boots to have that type of punch in his arsenal.
Man, his jab. Did you see his jab? His jab was knocking him back.
What you mean? What you mean? You don't expect Boots to have what type of punch in his arsenal?
Bro, that uppercut he hit him with.
Man,
he
hit Ramon. He's shown all that before.
Yeah, he did. He hit Castillo Clayton. Go look at the Castillo Clayton fight. Go look at the Thomas Delorme. Go look at the Ramon Villa. Boots got every punch.
Boots got all of it. He got everything.
And see, that's why I'm so critical on Boots, right? Because he has every punch in the arsenal. Plus, he can throw it from any angle because he's ambidextrous. He fights southpaw and he fights in traditional. I mean, orthodox. I keep calling it traditional. So that's why I be so on him. Like, damn, dog. Like, my nigga. Shout out to my nigga Thomas Hill in the building. But that's why I be so hard on the nigga, because I'm like, bro, you got all this right here, and you're not utilizing your skills and shit.
But then you realize he got shut out at 147 because
that's what I was gonna say.
From 2019 to 2023, nobody was getting a title shot unless you was a big name like under PBC. So
and then none of them guys.
No. I'm not gonna do that right there. Boots had a chance. Huh?
Who? Okay, go ahead. Who did he have a chance to fight?
He had a chance to fight Terrence Crawford.
Oh no,
he was Terrence Crawford mandatory. He was the mandatory, and then he tried to go a different
year. Which year?
He was the 2022, because that's when he said I'll fight Terrence Crawford in his own backyard, and then Terrence Crawford's team reached out to Bozy Ennis. They sat there, they showed the whole thing. They reached out to Bozy Ennis and they said Boots was like, nah. And he had another fight lined up.
I don't believe that.
Bro,
no offers. He was in negotiations with Errol Spence after that Ugas fight in April of 2022. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. They went in negotiation with Spence over Bud because they thought it was they'd get more money.
That's why exactly, but that's the story. He was Bud's mandatory though. He went in negotiation with Spence, but he was Bud's mandatory, and he got out the way because when he went in negotiation with Spence, that moved up David I've been sneezing, and that's when Terrence Crawford took the I've been sneezing.
That's all wrong. David Avenesian wasn't until like September, October. Spence fought in April.
No, you missed what I'm. No, I know Terrence Crawford has been dealing with David Avenesian behind the scenes since 2021. That's what everybody was talking about. He's been dealing with David Avenesian since 2021. He's been had that fight lined up. He's already been talked about.
So how you gonna fight Boots if you working with Avenesian?
Because he was gonna fight Avenesian after Boots, but Boots was the mandatory. But Boots left that sanctioning body to try to do with Spence because it was Virgil Ortiz first. But then Virgil Ortiz.
But let's go back. Let's really go back and look at what it looked like in 2022 and what
Dub City
like in 2022.
Hold on one second. Dub City, if you listen to what I said, I said it was Virgil Ortiz, but Virgil Ortiz stepped out of the WBO. And that's when they was talking all that shit when he was like, I'll fight Terrence Crawford in his backyard. And Terrence was like, all right. And then next thing you know, Boots was trying to wait for the Spence. Exactly, Juice. He was trying to fight Spence. Now, and I don't get it wrong. Because Spence is a bigger fucking name than Bud Crawford. Like, hell, Spence getting his opponents 8 figures. I understood it, but
and you gotta look at it, but you gotta look at it too. You gotta look at Boots, right? Still not necessarily, he ain't, he's still coming to age, and then they're weighing
plus he had been fighting a lot of fighting a lot of people that wasn't on that level yet. Like
exactly. It's risk versus reward, and they count
like that.
It's risk versus reward.
Ain't no fighters out there on the A level like that. Other than at the time that Spence was supposed to be fighting in 2022, Spence fought Ugas.
It wasn't nobody out there because Danny Garcia and Sean Portman said, "Hell no, we ain't fight that nigga." So he couldn't get that chance.
Or Thurman.
He never had Boots never really had a chance to shine at 147.
Yeah,
and that
we know that's what we agree. Yeah,
the politicking and going on, man. Like I'm gonna fight this. I gave Boots an offer. Terrence Crawford know damn well he ain't give Boots no offer in 2022 when you negotiating with Spence and you talking to Ebenezer in the back end. So you mean to tell me you was talking to Spence, Boots, and Ebenezer?
No, he was talking to Boots while Spence was setting up for the Ugas fight.
The Ugas fight was in April. He fought Ebenezer in December of 2022.
No,
So
he fought Ebenezer.
I was saying after the Spence fight.
I got it all on my page. I got all the videos. I did the videos from them years. I got it all lined up. That's why I was like, damn, Boots fucked up. Because if I was Boots, I wouldn't even have fought Earl Spence because I already knew Earl was gonna move up after the Terrence Crawford fight. I knew Earl was not about to fight Boots. I already knew that shit. I already knew that shit wasn't gonna happen.
Everything got put on hold when Bud Crawford decided that I'm not fighting Spence in 2022. I'm gonna fight.
No, but before they went into the official negotiation, Boots had a chance to fight Terrence Crawford, and if Boots was smart,
he fought Terrence Crawford in 2022. I don't know how that's possible. How's that possible when he's negotiating with David Ebenezer and wind up fighting David Ebenezer?
Because he was the mandatory. That's what we're trying to say. But you got to think about 2022 and Boots versus Bud fight and what the camp looks like if they got the option to fight Spence. It's like, hey, the risk versus reward.
How you gonna fight Boots in 2022 when you got a Spence fight right there?
Because it was 2021. It was 2021. I was off. I just looked at it. It was 2021.
You said 2021
in 2021. He fought Sean Porter in 2021.
It was right after that one. What's up, Shelton?
They fought in November of 2021.
What's going on with you, brother?
What's going on, old school?
You know, man, just did my little stepping at the gym. Want to talk some boxing? What's going on with y'all? What y'all cooking on?
Oh, we talking about the chance when Boots was trying to fight Terrence Crawford and he didn't, and he went out of Terrence Crawford's thing, and Terrence Crawford had another mandatory.
Yeah, but you mean when he left the whole sanctioning body and went to IBF route?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he could have put a stop to all that. Just went on and fought the dude. He could have made the dude fight him or give up.
Yeah. Before Bud, no, hold on, bro. Before Bud fought Spence, if Boots would have pressed the button on that shit, he would have had to fight Boots or give up his belt. That's what it was. But Boots decided to go the money route with Spence. And that was crazy because if he would have fought Bud and if he would have beat Bud, then he would have definitely got a bigger fight with Spence anyway because it would have been for undisputed. That's what we was all arguing about back then. We had gotten arguments about this shit back then.
Yeah, but in November 2021, he fought Sean Porter.
He fought Sean Porter. But look, you're not hearing what they're saying. They're saying that he fought Sean Porter when Boots had the opportunity to activate the mandatory, and he didn't.
Exactly.
That's why he fought Sean Porter.
He fought Sean Porter instead of Boots.
Because Boots didn't activate the mandatory.
He left the sanctioning body, bro. He left the sanctioning body for Spence. And he was guaranteed, and Boots, Dub Gritty. It is right because that's why Boots was the mandatory for undisputed, bro. That's why after they had Boots sat there and was guaranteed to get the next fight.
Yep,
That's
he was guaranteed.
That's the deal that him and Spence had. That's why he left that shit because he thought Spence was gonna be Bud. That's why he went over there. He thought he was gonna be able to get it all in one swoop. The same way, like Devin Haney did with Kambosos. You feel what I'm saying? He thought he was gonna be able to, not Devin Haney, because Devin Haney had a belt. Like Jermaine Taylor did with Bernard Hopkins. That's why he did
hitched his wagon to the wrong horse, is what Upper trying to tell you. He hitched his wagon to the wrong horse.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, if Bud want to fight him, Bud can still fight him. But,
Bud ain't about to do that shit.
You know Bud ain't about to do that.
For what? For what?
For what?
Who gonna
do that? For what?
Who gonna put $50 to $60 million behind Boots Ennis? Who gonna do that?
And then,
you think Bud is gonna get $50 to $60 million to fight his next fight?
Yes, he will.
Bud probably won't get 10, 15 million his next fight.
Exactly.
Bud won't get 10. Dub City Grit, you keep saying I'm wrong, but you're not putting facts out there, Dub City Grit. Terrence Crawford only got 2 paydays that was 8 figures.
Yep.
That was Errol Spence's his biggest payday. And everybody was hollering he deserved 50-50 for Earl. But didn't nobody say shit when he only got 10 million versus Canelo. Canelo got over 100. But
What
you know
big
the
name out there Bud can fight that's going to generate 50, 60 million at the gate?
it's only one person.
Who?
It's only one person out there that Bud can fight that'll generate him 10 million. Besides Spence and Canelo.
David
And that's Jake.
Benavidez or
Nope,
Canelo
Jake
rematch?
Paul. Jake
Oh,
Paul
Jake
will be the
Paul.
only person besides.
Yeah. You're right. You're right, Upper.
Jake
You're
Paul
right.
is the only one besides Earl Spence and Canelo rematch. Jake Paul is the only person.
You don't
Nah,
think
And
David
don't
Jamel
nobody
Charlo
want to
Benavidez.
fight?
see.
David Benavidez.
And don't nobody
David
want to see the
Benavidez.
Canelo rematch because it's gonna end the same way or worse.
You don't think a Jamel Charlo fight would generate big money?
No.
Jamel.
No.
Nobody want to see that nigga. That nigga quit. That nigga laid down
That's
like
a
a
name.
broad for Canelo. Ain't nobody want to see him.
Bro, Jamel Charlo, when Jamel Charlo won, it wasn't pay-per-view, bro.
Yeah,
Jamel Charlo wasn't
about that.
he ain't no pay-per-view attraction.
You're right about that.
That shit was on free TV.
Free TV. Yeah, even the Castano fight wasn't pay-per-view, I don't think.
That's what I said. That was Undisputed versus Castano.
Yeah.
That shit was free TV. Yeah, that's why I said there's only one name that he can really fight unless he damn go down and fight Tank Davis.
Come on, man. What you talking about, bro?
You talk about fights that he can make money off of, bro.
You mean
Because you see these niggas
Tank got to come up and wait to fight.
I know, that's what I'm telling you. These people don't sell. That's basically what I'm saying. People don't sell. They need stimulus packs. And y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Can I get 5 people to support the grind and the cash app for the day? Y'all want to support your boy for the day? Can we get a good support on this fine Monday? And shout out to the Queen, Miss Foxy Brown. How you doing, Queen? Hope everything's well with you. Jay Smith, salute. I see Mr. Shelton going all around the world, ain't he, Humble?
Man, I'm
Dub
talking shit to
City.
y'all doing laundry, bro. I'm talking shit to y'all doing laundry, bro.
I feel you, my nigga. Dub City, you talk about Boots took the IBF and Karen fight because Bud took Aphrodisian. Bro, you way back in the timeline, bro. Like,
yeah, that's kind of far because 22, there was only one fight Bud was looking at, and that was that Aphrodisian. That's why I was so pissed off. I was like, man, you got Spence coming off of that dominant win, and you gonna fight David Aphrodisian?
that was smart, though. That was smart.
I didn't like that, bro.
You go ahead and fight Ugas, right? You go ahead and fight Ugas. I'm gonna go over here, make $10 million, fight this tomato can, and I see you.
But that's not it. He didn't make 10 million on BOK Prime. He only made $4.5 million, and they declared bankruptcy.
So whatever he made it fighting the tomato can.
Yeah, it was smart at Upper because
he drained Spence a little bit long.
Yeah.
You see, that's why I be trying to tell everybody, once you hit that age of 30, your body composition changes. Like motherfuckers that can make that small weight, when you start getting up, well, actually when you get past 26, it's hard to make that weight. You see, Boots couldn't make that shit no more. It's hard to make that motherfucking weight once you get older.
The Karen fights look competitive for a little
bit. And you're
bit.
not trying to fight killer after killer after killer after killer after killer. You're not trying to do that.
If you're in the right weight.
There's only one person I knew that did that, and that was Floyd Mayweather. That's pretty
Floyd stayed at the fighting weight.
Yeah, when he was climbing, hey, that 98 Mayweather, listen, people don't know about that 98 pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, that 7-0, 5 knockouts, going back and forth to Mexico. And then winning the title and defending the title that year. That's don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, that's
Floyd did a hell of a run.
Yeah,
that 98 pretty boy Floyd, man. I'm telling you, cats don't know. They need to go and look at that.
From 97 to 2001, that was just a whole series.
Yeah, you're giving the whole series. I know, but I'm just isolating that 1 year. He fought 7 times and had 5 knockouts, and he got a title, and he defended it that year. Come on, man. Who does that?
That's what I see in Boots. I see Boots got the confidence in his skill to go back to back to back to back and not worry.
Exactly, Rob. Exactly, Rob Walker. In a way, is struggling to keep draining. That's why his shit. If y'all notice, each one of Inouye fights look more and more competitive. That nigga, that damn weight cut.
Yeah, that Spence staying that weight. Even if you look at the Danny Garcia fight and the Ugas fight and compare what he looked like in the Kell Brook fight, I'm like, damn, why won't this dude move up?
Hell, even the
He
Sean
looked
Porter,
good against Danny
and Mikey
Garcia.
The
Garcia.
Sean Porter fight, you can see
I'm gonna
like,
tell you what
damn,
happened. After Spence got that belt, that nigga got a different type of money. Hell, he was 200 pounds before the Mikey Garcia fight. He didn't even get strict to conditioning because he had to have a fat count. He was 200 pounds for the Sean Porter fight. He had to do fat count. That's why the Sean Porter fight lasted as long as it did, because Spence didn't have no strict to conditioning. Like
that's
that
why he
man
couldn't get Mikey out of there. He just
exactly. But he still punished Mikey though. He still punished. Mikey's career was never the same after that shit.
Mikey was surviving though. Mikey was trying to survive too.
And, you know, it's hard to knock out a motherfucker. It's hard to knock out a professional boxer that ain't throwing punches, bro. Like you know how to cover up.
It's like Jermell and Canelo. It's like Jermell and Canelo.
That weight drain, that weight cut, that 200-pound weight cut affected his performance in the Mikey Garcia fight. It affected.
But he still ruined Mikey's career with that shit too.
He still punished him, but he could have got him out of there.
But Mikey got punished for $14 million too. So shit.
So after the Garcia fight, I feel he should have moved up after that accident. Like, why are you still trying to cut weight? You just got out of an accident.
He fought Sean Porter after Mikey.
I think the weight bullying is real.
No, I meant
if you
the
can make
Garcia
that
fight.
If you can
Danny
make the
Garcia
cut,
fight.
If you can make the
Danny
cut,
Garcia.
He didn't look
because he said he wanted undisputed.
If you make the cut and rehydrate, though, right? If you make the
go
cut,
be undisputed at 160 when you had a healthier weight.
But what I'm saying though is from these boxers that you got to realize if you can make that cut and rehydrate, it gives you an advantage. That's why they it gives you a significant advantage.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I know you don't like it, but that's not
okay. Check this out. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how real it is, right? Y'all know Ryan Garcia got one of the strongest hooks, right?
Yep.
Did y'all see that video? And y'all remember Francis Ngannou ain't got no kind of boxing skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember the video of Ryan Garcia throwing punches with all his might and Francis Ngannou just standing there holding the pad on his stomach?
Mm-hmm.
And you see Ryan was putting everything in it. He couldn't even make that man back up a step.
Yep.
And do y'all remember what Danny Garcia said after he fought Earl Spence? Y'all remember they said that motherfucker was like a middleweight in that damn ring. They said he wasn't no damn welterweight. They said he was every bit of a middleweight.
Yeah. It's a big advantage, man. It's a big advantage. Because
you know when Terrence Crawford fought Madrimov, he rehydrated past 180. That rehydration. Okay, matter of fact, Bam Rodriguez rehydrates 6 weight classes every time he fights.
6
Y'all know
classes.
You know he fights. No, you know he fights at 115, right? No, he fights at 115. He rehydrates to 144.
Wow,
that's possible.
So you got 115, 118, 122.
29 pounds?
Hell, Devin did 22 pounds in 10 hours, remember?
Yep.
You remember
when he did 25, 140 to 165.
Yeah, that was in 10 hours though. That was next day weight. That was next day weigh-in right there. So you know what he looked like when it was time to get in the ring, because they weighed him the next day at 9 in the morning. So what do you think? How much you think he weighed when it was down 10 o'clock at night for him to get in the ring? But yeah, Inouye's been doing it. Inouye's taller than Tank and he rehydrates more than Tank, but he fighting 3 divisions below Tank. That weight bullying shit. Y'all see how big Terrence. Y'all see how big Terrence Crawford is, right?
No, we listen. We've seen it when he came in with Canelo and how he.
Okay,
so you weigh-in.
Okay, so check this out, right? He's still the same height and he still got the same reach. The fuck was he doing fighting at 135
for all them years?
But you remember though that like the last time he was at 135, he was that weight cut. I think they even filmed it. I've seen some videos on that. Like he was looking like a skeleton.
He was looking like Skeletor.
Yeah, he was looking like Skeletor. He was looking sucked up. He was looking like he was smoking.
Upper, you on to something when it comes to that weight cut? Because I remember when Floyd was fighting, he always stayed around his fighting weight.
Exactly. Big Dog winning with the $2 super chat. He said Tank beats Jake Paul with a belly-to-belly suplex. Really stupid.
But that gives a testament to Floyd Mayweather's skill set. because he
Yeah,
stayed at his weight, because his weight is where he's comfortable, where he ain't doing no weight training, because he out skills you in the ring. Like that's why his defense and
that's just
offense
why
is
he
superb.
destroyed Canelo like that. Canelo
Yeah,
rehydrated 20 extra
He was
pounds.
rehydrating. Yep.
and couldn't touch him
But see,
with
that's
it.
the
That
thing, though.
rehydration.
That's what's wrong with today's boxing. That's why they're trying to crack down on it. That's why they having so many people die in Japan because motherfuckers want to get that. See, do you know these in between divisions like 140, 154, 168? It's motherfuckers that are too big for 135, but not big enough for 147. And it's the same each way. Plus, the bigger you are, the bigger your opponent rehydrates, and the harder the motherfuckers hit. So
Yeah,
motherfuckers ain't trying to get hit with that weak. Because you
exactly.
see, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Teofimo at 135, he was calling himself the takeover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This man
and
only
he
has
he was stopping cats too.
he was stopping everybody. He only got one knockout at 140.
Yeah,
And guess who that's against? A nigga that came up with him, Pedro Campa. Pedro Campa came up to 140 with Tio. It was both of their fights at 140.
yeah.
That man ain't got to stop since. That's why people be trying to stay in
They
it.
be weight training, man. They be weight training. That's
Okay,
why
Devin Haney. After Devin Haney left 135, has he had to stop it yet?
He wasn't stopping shit at
he
135
wasn't
though.
stopping nobody at 135. He was so
Well, I mean,
weight.
he had 10.
Because
He
of
had
his
10.
because of his style though. But I'm talking about when he started fighting higher level competition, he was boxing. And so with his style, he wasn't stopping shit, but he was keeping people up off of him. It was like he bullied Loma with that weight.
But you know why they doing the weight cut thing is because of the titles. They wanted the accolade of I was a champion at 135, I was a champion at 140, I was a champion at 147, and they stay down there and they cut that weight so that they can have that advantage.
I don't think that's
them
it.
titles.
I just think they don't want to fight bigger people because they know bigger people hit harder.
Correct.
The bigger people hit harder. Exactly. That's
another
just I
point.
think that's the simple thing to it. It's even no matter what skill set you got, you want to take the advantage that you would have. If you can
You want me
make
to
the
tell you
weight,
why
you
I
make
think
the
that?
weight.
Y'all want me to tell
That's
y'all
my
why I
opinion.
think that?
Because
You want me to tell you
everybody's doing
exactly
it.
why I think that? Y'all remember when Regis Prograis almost died trying to make 140?
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
He's still fighting at 140. Regis almost died. They had to pick him up. They had to pick him up out of the bathtub. And Kurt McCall. And hold on, Kurt McCall, you said he was not bullying Loma with his weight. By the way the fight looked, Loma was stronger than Devin. Actually, he wasn't, Kurt. If you don't remember when Devin got in the ring beside Loma, Loma said, "This ain't no lightweight, this a middleweight." You don't remember that, Kurt McCall?
Yeah.
Loma said, "This nigga ain't no goddamn lightweight." He told you that. And let me get 4 more people to support in the Cash App. Support your boy. Support the grind. But yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, people, the only people that ain't weight bullying is heavyweights.
Yep.
Majority of the people right, and Tank Davis ain't a weight bully. Tank Davis only rehydrates to 142.
Yeah, Tank.
Everybody,
bully.
The nigga 5'4". Anything bigger than that is ludicrous.
Yeah, that to me, that weight bullying stuff, that's a serious problem in boxing.
But no, it's not a problem. It's just the reality of the sport. You got to think,
But
man.
see, it's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword. But they're taking the upside over the downside to it. Because if you was fighting, you got to think if you was fighting, and then we take it for granted because we just watch. But with anybody who knows physics, when we talking about speed and power and all of that, you going up 5 pounds, 10-pound increments, that shit makes a difference. So it's like, hey, you can get punched by somebody lighter. You feel me? 10 pounds lighter, all the way in tip-top shape. You feel me? If you're fighting high-level competition, it makes a hell of a difference. And so everybody's doing it. So it's like, why would you put yourself at a disadvantage coming in at your natural weight when you gonna jump in the ring with somebody literally 20 pounds heavier than you when y'all step in the ring?
Yeah, but
let me tell you even worse about that though, right? You know the last pound and a half is the hardest pound to cut in weight cut, right? Y'all know when you try to make that weight, that last pound and a half is the hardest, right?
Yep.
So you got to realize, say like you go up 5 pounds to a new division, right? Just think about the people that sit in that division trying to hold on to the weight cut that they can instead of moving up to the next division. So see, yeah, you got your group of fighters right here, but now you in a whole different ball game with motherfuckers that's been staying at this weight. Like Marvin Hagler was a career 160 pounder. Like, you know, people sit there and they get situated and get stuck on a certain type of weight. But then after a while, like that shit right there don't matter no more. Like that weight right there, you fight. Like that's why Canelo said, I'm not fighting David Benavidez. David Benavidez rehydrates over 200 pounds. Canelo said, I can't fuck with that. Canelo knew he could not do that.
Yeah, he and in hindsight, when you look, you can see his level of opponents. He kind of got an idea where he's not fighting nobody as skilled.
Fighting them Caucasians.
He's not fighting.
Yeah.
He ain't fighting no like and you see he got tricked with Bud because he seen him with Madrimov, right? And see like, oh, okay, he's at 154. I can bring him up 2 weight classes. He gonna fight like this? I got action.
Yeah, Canelo. I don't see Canelo as. Put it like this: Canelo's a Hall of Famer, but I don't consider him to be an all-time great, and I don't consider him to be a legend. Legends to me are like Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray, Tommy Hearns.
I would have called him a legend if you would have called Boo Boo Andrade or Jamal Charlo
at the weight.
Like he had a chance. Canelo had a chance to be undisputed at 160.
But you just named 3 fighters that were on the pound for pound list together.
That's what
Marvin
I'm saying.
Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, legends. Tommy Hearns, like they were all on the pound for pound list, and Duran was all on the pound for pound list at the same time.
They didn't duck that smoke, Blaze.
That's a different. It's a different era, I know, but that's what I'm saying. We don't live in that era no more.
Floyd
with the
Mayweather's
politics.
a legend.
But he's the last.
Do any of y'all? Do y'all remember the Murderers Row? Do y'all remember Murderers Row?
That's a little bit.
Yeah, I'm too young for that.
That's a little bit
well,
too
you
far
know, Sugar Ray Robinson ducked all them guys. But people talk about how great Sugar Ray Robinson was, but he didn't fight not nan person of the Murderers Row, and they always was mandatory. They had to fight between each other, and them boys would have ate Sugar Ray ass up. See, a lot of people don't realize 50% of Sugar Ray Robinson fighters didn't have no fighting experience. They was like motherfuckers looking for a quick payday. Like back then, you could come in off the bar and fight. But you know, it is what it is. I guess if you even look at it, Sugar Ray Robinson didn't have no athletic build. That nigga looked like an average. That nigga had a damn dad body.
But in this era, Upper, who do you consider to be? I consider Floyd to be a legend. Bernard Hopkins to be a legend. But other than that,
Roy Jones,
heavyweight. Roy Jones, there you go. That's a legend.
Yep.
Sugar Ray Leonard,
like an all-time great legend. James Toney to me is like an all-time great. I wouldn't know if he would be a legend or not, but
I would give James Toney a legend because people. I'm gonna tell you like this. Before James Toney got beat by Roy Jones, that nigga was the pound for pound number 1. Roy was pound for pound number 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was James Lights Out motherfucking Toney. Nigga had 40 wins, no losses. Nigga was fucking shit around. And for him to go from 160 up to heavyweight and still stop people and dominate at heavyweight, you got to make him a legend. That man went from 160 and his power is, well, I think it was the P. Matter of fact, I can't make James Toney a legend.
That's why I hesitate because of the PEDs. I was like,
I mean, after Floyd, you got Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a legend because he.
I consider Pacquiao all-time great, but I ain't gonna argue nobody that say he a legend. I consider him an all-time great on my on that. If I were to put him on a tier, he would be an all-time great.
Pacquiao is a 6th division champion.
Mm-hmm. You got to get Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a legend.
Yeah, he's a 6th division champion. Everybody like to say he's the 8th division champion, but 2 of those divisions was IBO belts.
The IBOs, but you got to, he's a legend. And then it's Bud. Bud's a legend.
No way.
Bud is pound for pound. Bud is the number 1 accolade. Bud is the number 1 accolade fighter ever.
Bud is a Hall of Famer. I don't consider him an all-time great.
No, but you know what? You got to give him he's the all-time greatest accolade fighter.
That's why he in the hall. That's why I say he's a Hall of Famer.
I mean, I don't see how you can't get credit for that. Where he
He's a Hall of
goes on an
Famer.
he goes on an 8-year stoppage run. He defeats the best fighter at
Come on, bro.
147.
Come on, bro.
He defeats
Come on,
the
bro.
best fighter at 147. Because I
Come
mean,
on, bro.
one thing about it is
Let's.
you're Bud
You
gets
looking at the
penalized for the
names.
level of competition. No, I'm not looking at the names. I'm talking about the best fighters. I didn't. That's why I didn't say a name. I
Errol
said best
Spence was not the
fighters.
best fighter at 147. Errol Spence was on a 16-month layoff, and he was weight drained. What are we talking about?
Then who else was there then?
Boots
Because
Ennis
he
was
beat
there.
everybody else. Boots was on the
Boots
come up.
Ennis was there.
Boots ain't fought nobody to be considered great. What are we
Did
talking
David
about?
Avenesian fight anybody to be great?
Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford could have fought Keith Thurman. He could have fought Thurman, but he turned Thurman down though. He said, "I'm not about to fight Thurman."
Bud could have fought all of the PBC fighters in their prime, and he chose not to. That's on him.
That's debatable because according to him, he was getting blocked out.
No, actually, they showed a thing. Actually, he had a chance to fight Manny Pacquiao, and Bomac pulled out of negotiations. That was one.
But Bud says that Bob blocked that fight, and Bob said
he blocked it at 140. He blocked it at 140. At 147, they was ready to cash Manny Pacquiao the fuck out. Why you think they gave him the chip?
That upper.
They gave the man they gave him to a dusty ass motherfucker from Australia. They was trying to give it to Bud, not the dude from Australia. Not the dude from Australia. They was trying, and Bomac said they wasn't getting the amount of money that they decided that they wanted for a Manny Pacquiao fight. That could have made Bud Crawford the A side to the whole 147 division, beating the premier like Manny Pacquiao.
Again, like I said, I seen Bud say they wouldn't get him that fight. So you're saying he blocked it. I'm getting confused. Y'all saying he pulled out of negotiations because he didn't have enough money, and they're saying that they wouldn't give him the fight. So,
bro, you missed the whole thing I said, bro. I said at 140,
yeah,
he wasn't letting Manny Pacquiao fight, but at one.
You breaking up, Upper. You're breaking up. Nobody can hear you.
Okay. When Bud was coming up to 147, they was trying to make that fight to transfer the title from Pacquiao to Bud. Bob, they tried to transfer the title because Pacquiao had one fight left on his top rank, and Pacquiao already expressed leaving top rank. So they was going to cash him out with Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford and them pulled out the negotiations, so Bob Heron had to go get the what's the damn Australian name?
Jeff Horn.
Yeah, they had to go get Jeff Horn. And Pacquiao actually beat Jeff Horn, but they had to put the fix in to take the belt from Pacquiao anyway, so he couldn't leave top rank with him.
Correct.
That would have been, and then they had Bud fight Jeff Horn right then. So why would they block Bud from fighting Manny Pacquiao if they gave the Jeff Horn, then gave Jeff Horn to Bud? Think about
That's the lie they peddle.
Yeah, like I said, I can't. Y'all got that story, and they got that story. It is what it is. So it's like I ain't gonna even debate with y'all for that because one thing about it, like I said, Bud ain't on the level of status. If you designate Mayweather as a legend, then yeah, Bud wouldn't be designated with Mayweather's designated at, just due to the level of competition and how the fighters.
But he has more accolades than Mayweather. I just feel like he hasn't fought the competition that Mayweather fought.
Imagine if Bud had from 2015 to 2023 fought Keith Thurman, a prime Errol Spence, a prime Sean Porter, a prime Danny Garcia, a Mikey Garcia. What if he was? This is what Floyd did. But Bud had did that and went through those dudes.
But there's a difference though because of the politics and promotions. Because
he could have Floyd bought out of his contract in order to get the big fights.
Exactly though. But what I'm saying is Bud ain't Floyd, and there ain't been a Floyd.
Okay. I'm glad you said that.
Let me get this off real quick, OG. Let me get this off because it's like,
go ahead, bro.
Bud bought off his contract for $750,000 from Top Rank, became Floyd Money Mayweather. And so with his persona and with the theatrics and all of that, he created a persona in which he sold. And it was a different era because there was way more names back then. But he created a persona, but it was also he had accolades getting there. When he became Money Mayweather, he already had the accolades to have the leverage to get the names in the ring, to have the buying power to fight those names because he can make everybody offers that he can't refuse. Didn't in one of those Marquez, like the Marquez fight, he came in overweight. He was overweight on the scale and was able to give him whatever money to keep the fight alive. Like that's what type of leverage that Floyd Money Mayweather had. Bud ain't had that persona like that. When Bud in the interviews, he said, "Look, I ain't trying to do all the charading and shucking and jiving and selling fights and shit."
Floyd
So
was
he
not
said,
shucking and jiving, bro.
Let me say one thing, and then I'm gonna let you
he
go.
was
But
shucking and jiving. Yes, with Conor
No,
McGregor
Floyd
shucking
was
and
in the
jiving.
ring
No, what
proving
I'm
that he
talking,
was the
I'm still
best.
talking about the shenanigans though. The shenanigans on the outside to sell the fights. No, what I'm trying to tell you is he had
okay,
both. He was the
well,
most
check this out
skilled,
though.
but he played the media game.
He promoted himself. He
He
promoted himself.
promoted himself. Yeah, he promoted
But
himself. He became the
check this
heel.
out.
He played into that
Okay,
shit.
and I'm glad you said that. Now let me ask you a question, right? Everybody who has dealt with Bud Crawford to fight him, and all the promoters that's dealt with Bud, what's the one thing they say about Terrence Crawford?
What's the narrative? What is that? He's bad at business?
They say he is the hardest person to deal with. They say Bud has such a diva, it's hard to make deals with anybody that's fought Bud. Anybody that's been his promoter said Bud is hard. Look at the Earl Spence situation. The man wanted 50-50 in a fucking coin flip to the motherfucking pay-per-view star right there now. This is
And
the
he got it.
Bud ain't hold on. Listen, bro. I'll let you finish. Bud hasn't sold over 150,000. Spence averaged over 300 each time. But Bud felt like he was entitled. But then nigga didn't argue with Canelo. He took that little 10. He took 7%. And Canelo took 93%. This is what I'm talking about. Like, people sit there and keep forgetting. Everybody know that Bud Crawford, exactly, Kurt, he only does that with other black fighters. But he doesn't do it. The white man's ice is much colder. You know what I'm saying? Or the Mexican's tacos is so much crunchy. But when it's niggas, it's nigga fuck you. And that's the same thing that they do to Tank Davis. That's the same thing they do to Tank Davis. You got a motherfucker like Shakur Stevenson, nigga ain't never been on pay-per-view, fighting on Thursdays, fighting on undercards, talking about he ain't gonna little boy me. I know my work. I'm gonna get what I deserve. Nigga, you deserve shit. Your work is nada. That's why you backed out of the damn. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, gee, I hear you, but it'd be like that's the interesting thing about the sport of boxing. Because the sport of boxing got different type of business to it. You feel me? And so it'd be like when it comes to negotiations and then you put your life on the line in the ring and how they negotiate, it's like, hey, we don't be around to see everything behind the scenes. We get these stories, we get these
Okay. So why he didn't?
So it's like,
okay, I'm glad you said it. So why he didn't tell Canelo we need 50-50 in the coin toss?
listen, like I said, I don't.
I'm saying.
No. What I'm telling you, OG, is like when it comes to that negotiations, it's a black box. We don't get to see it. We don't know it. We don't know exactly everything that's going on. So it's like, hey, when you have your points on that, if you notice with me, I'm not going to debate with you anything about no negotiations with no fight.
No, but I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying that. I was saying that to a point. You saying people block Bud out. No, it wasn't that they blocked Bud out.
Listen, OG. When you said it's 7-7, he got 7%, a 793 split. I don't know that, OG. I don't know that.
Bud told it.
Bud said that did it in an interview. I seen him in an interview with the MMA boys. He said he got 10 million, right?
Yeah.
Right? That was how long before the fight was that? And so look, what I'm telling you is that you can take that and take a conclusion, because you can make a conclusion. I don't know. So I don't even conclude. I don't know. Because you got reports saying he made 50, but you heard out of his mouth he said he got $10 million, right?
Yeah, I know he got it.
He said he got it. So at that particular time, the fight was like 3-4 months out. So he got 10 million already. Who's to know what else he got with the what else was in the contract for him to get?
Canelo don't give out back end, bro. Can't no other fighter say.
You're speculating. So what I'm telling you,
no, it's not
this argument. I don't know, bro. I don't know if you.
No,
know,
but this is what I'm telling you. The way
Turkey for it.
But what I'm saying is the way Turkey themselves, they give you all your shit up front. They won't get no back end with Turkey. They don't give out back end. Bro.
Check this out.
Blaze, I don't know. Narrative, the narrative of everybody ducking Bud coming up, that's false. Because Bud fought PBC fighters. He fought Carlos Molina. He fought Felix Diaz. He fought Sean Porter. He fought Errol Spence.
But
The
even
only
if
narrative is
even if
And
we
he
talking
fought
about who he didn't
Ngannou.
fight,
I mean,
all
what's
right. So
the
look,
dude name? What's the dude name that was down there at 135? I mean, 140.
140. You mean Ndongo?
Yeah.
hey, so look. Okay, let's go back. All these fighters you say he didn't fight. Who are these fighters that you think would have beat him at that particular time?
I'm not doing.
We
no
don't know.
hypotheticals,
We
bro.
don't know because he didn't fight him. But I can tell you
He didn't
this:
fight
the
him.
Earl Spence that fought Lamont Peterson, it wouldn't have been that right
The
there.
Earl
The
Spence
Bomac
before the
did.
car crash would have been a different Spence, bro. We know that part. We know
But
that.
we also know that Bomac said that we're gonna take the easy route and go the WBO route. They had a chance to fight Spence coming up.
That's what I'm saying, Blaze. He had an opportunity to say, "I'm not going to fight Jeff Horn. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to PBC. I'm gonna fight for a Keith Thurman fight. I want Errol Spence for the IBF. There's a lot of routes that Bud could have took, but he didn't.
I
He
mean,
chose
like I
Exactly.
said,
Then he
listen.
re-signed. Then he re-signed with Top Rank. If you really want to go over there with PBC had the smoke, this man sat there and re-signed for like another 4 or 5 fight deal. Like, so you saying that you're not getting the fights, but you didn't even motherfucking you re-signed back with Top Rank. If Top Rank was the reason why you didn't get no fights, why the fuck would you
Hey,
re-sign?
What I'm saying with y'all though, it's like,
I'm
hey,
listening
I'm
at
not
y'all,
debating y'all. I'm
but
not debating with
I'm
y'all with
listening at
this.
y'all, but I'm telling y'all, there's no version of them dudes that you named that would have beat Bud Crawford,
Well, he
especially
didn't
Errol
fight him, so
Spence.
we don't know.
There was never a
So we
version
don't
of Errol
know.
Spence that was going to beat him. I do
We
know.
can play
A
hypothetical all day
flat-footed,
long, but
come
he didn't
forward,
fight him.
volume puncher is never going to beat Bud Crawford. A flat-footed, come forward, volume puncher is not going to beat a dude like Bud.
Well, Shell, you need to go back and watch some of
Never.
Earl's fights back there because Earl also, like, if you watch the Lamont Peterson fight and before the accident, Earl switched it up.
Del
He
Brook
switched
fight.
styles.
But then
Yeah,
if
he
you
was.
look at Lamont
Man,
Peterson ain't
No, I
never
said
been
before.
great.
come on.
Lamont Peterson had never been great.
You talking about the Leonard
Be
Bundle?
great.
What you talking about the Leonard Bundle fight?
You can't name one
Okay.
great fighter that Lamont Peterson beat. That was just
Lamont
a very
Peterson
good
was a good
tape.
fighter.
That's it. He ain't beat nobody.
I mean, that's
Okay,
okay.
he switched up the game with Kell Brook as well. But you know what? He boxed Mikey Garcia. They were saying Mikey was gonna beat him. Then Earl sat there and said after that,
A dude that started at 26?
No, hold up,
A
bro.
dude that started at 26? Come on,
Bro,
man.
So you're not
All
gonna
right,
let me
go ahead.
finish.
All
No,
I'm quiet.
everybody's
I'm quiet,
no. Listen, everybody said the same shit that you said. They said, "Oh, Earl's just a flat foot fighter. He can't do nothing with nobody like that." That's what they kept saying. They said Earl is a flat foot fighter. All he do is come forward. And when you sat there and watched the Mikey Garcia fight, Earl didn't try to do none of that shit. Earl was on his toes. He used his jab. He was switching it up. Go watch the Mikey Garcia, but that was a thing of fucking beauty, bro. He boxed. He outboxed the nigga that they said outboxed him.
But
No,
nobody's.
hold on 1 second.
But
Sugar Ray Leonard said,
Spence being great.
No, not you, bro. I'm talking about Shelton. I'm talking to Shelton. He sat there and said that Earl can only come forward, but even Sugar Ray Leonard said that. And what did he do? He outboxed Mikey. They said Earl couldn't fight in the inside. He out inside Sean Porter. Come on, he was beating people the way that they say he couldn't do. Come on, bro. Let's not do that.
And look, I'm gonna give you that.
Bud Crawford
Earl
could have got
Spence
in
was a
there.
great fighter, and he was great at what he did. But I'll reiterate this, and I'll stand on this until it's done. There was never any version of Errol Spence that was gonna beat Bud Crawford.
All right, bro.
Never.
That's your opinion. Everybody.
Well, they should have fought him when he first came up then, instead of going
Correct.
Jeff Horn.
That
Shout out to my nigga Big Bob Guns with the $4.99 super chat. And can I get 3 more people to support the grind for the day? You know, you can hit the Cash App or the super chat, but I appreciate y'all, man. Let me get 3 more people to support the grind for the day.
And that was the biggest problem. You hit it right on the nose, Upper. They should have fought Bud as soon as he got there.
But Bud didn't want to do it.
them.
But you let him go into the division, and it became
No,
all
Bud
bad.
didn't fight them, bro. That's okay, bro.
Yeah, they
Man,
on
Keith
that.
Thurman went so far as to say the WBO wasn't a real belt. And you remember that.
No,
Keith said,
I'm
Okay,
bro.
so then
you gotta-
First off, it don't matter what the fuck Keith Thurman say, Shelton. If you know boxing, Bud was undisputed at 140, right? Right? So he the fucking mandatory division he picks. He could have made Keith Thurman fight him. He could have made Earl Spence fight him. Bomac did it.
Correct.
I got it on my page. Bomac said, we're going to go the easy route and take Jeff Horn first. That's what they said. And then they sat there and started fighting a whole bunch of scrubs. That's what happened.
Amir
And then re-signed the top rank to fight Scrubs again when he could have went to PBC if he wanted to fight over there.
Like how they
Now I'm not saying Bud ain't a great fighter, but he moves real scary.
I hear
He
what
moves
you're
real
saying.
shady.
It doesn't really matter. And I agree with what you're saying. But it doesn't really matter because the big bad boogeyman, they say he couldn't whoop. He beat the brakes off him. And don't come with the excuse, well, he was in a car accident. He was this and that, because you wasn't saying that before.
Man, that nigga was on opiates when he got in that ring with Bud, bro. You can look at his eyes. He was on opiates. No, I said it. Man, nigga, go back to my live. I said, fuck, I'm about to lose my goddamn money. I seen it when Earl was coming out the ring. Everybody was like, what you mean? I said, look at this nigga. Earl looked like he was high as hell coming out. I said, hey, that's about a bitch.
Earl's eyes was red.
I said, this nigga high.
He was looking like something.
I was like, get him, Earl. I said, maybe Earl won't feel the pain. Go ahead, Earl. And then when he went down with that damn jab, I said, God damn.
Hey, Upper, I hate to say this to you, bro, but I think Earl knew what was coming.
No, Earl was on a 16-month layoff, and he knew that he was just trying to.
Earl was at the point where he didn't care about that no more.
He didn't care.
Y'all people forget. No, before the Terrence Crawford fight, they told Earl he needed to get eye surgery so he couldn't fight Manny Pacquiao. Do you remember what Earl Spence said?
He said he didn't care.
He said, I don't give a fuck. He said, I got two eyes. They said, Earl, you can lose your eye. He said, I don't give a fuck. I got another one. Earl was trying to get that bag, nigga. He didn't give a fuck about that shit. Earl wanted to breathe. He was willing to lose an eye to fight Pacquiao. Come on, man. That man was just trying to get the most out of boxing and get up out of there.
Get up out of there. You ain't seen him since, have you?
Well, he got that payday. He'll cover the deck because he gone now.
I hope that Boots don't move the same way that I saw Terrence Crawford move. Like, I hope Boots.
I wouldn't come back, sure. All that money I made, but I might do a comeback fight because I know I make that much money. Because motherfuckers is like cocaine drying. A lot of niggas waiting on them right now. Niggas waiting on Earl like cocaine drying.
Yeah, Earl ain't coming back.
If I was Earl, if I fight anybody, I fight Charlo, Jamel.
No, if I was Earl, if I would fight anybody, I'd fight Thurman. I would fight Thurman.
I would fight
Earl Spence versus Thurman.
Was supposed to be in 2023.
Yeah.
No,
I think that would have did more than Bud. If Earl would have fought Thurman instead of Bud, I think that fight would have sold out even more. I think it would have did better numbers. I've been wanting Earl and Thurman since Floyd.
The Buff.
I'm gonna tell you why I would fight Jamel. Because I know for a fact if I hit Jamel really, really hard, he's gonna quit.
Well, you know, I was down there when they were sparring one time in the gym with because you know, Coach James used to be my man, and I used to come down there and talk to him. That's why my channel started. But I remember watching Earl and Jamel Charlo when they sparred. They used to have Jamel with like a bodysuit on to protect his ribs and everything. And like people don't realize, but Earl Spence was a big motherfucker, bro. Like Earl Spence used to be in there about 185, and y'all don't remember what Floyd said? Floyd said Earl should be fighting at 168. Do y'all remember that?
That's what he said. I remember that.
Yeah, Floyd's. That's why I said Earl's my guy, but he was bullying everybody at 147. Earl Spence was way too big for them boys, and
I didn't like the way he was moving down there at 147.
I didn't either, but I love that he was taking everybody. But the fucked up shit about it was. It wasn't nobody to fight at 160, 154, or 168 with a big name.
Yeah, but that's why he could have moved up and made a.
He didn't have no fucking name, bro. Earl didn't have no name at first. I said at first he didn't have no name.
Yeah, but
at first, Earl
2019, he had a name. Bro, and he could have moved up.
Bro, before he fought Kell Brooks, wasn't nobody trying to fight him. His name wasn't popping like that until after he made the man down symbol by knocking out Kell Brooks and made him a logo. He made Kell Brooks a logo, and then his name started when everybody was talking about the Mikey Garcia, because Mikey Garcia they was calling him the nigger killer because he beat Adrian Broner and he gave Robert Easter his first loss. They was calling Mikey Garcia the nigger killer. And Mikey Garcia wanted to hop his ass, and people talk about he hopped up 2 divisions. They forget that he was the champion at 140. He was the IBF champion at 140. He hopped up to fight Earl.
You got to remember also, Earl didn't even medal at the Olympics, so there wasn't nobody popping for Earl like that.
Yeah, but he had a name at welterweight.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. They might not have been popping for Earl like that, but after he won that belt with Kell Brook, him and Mikey Garcia, they both walked away with four. No, hold on, bro. Bro, it'd be amazing if you let me land it. But look, him and Earl both got $14 million for that fight. And when they seen that shit, the motherfuckers that didn't want to fight him, like Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, that said he would never fight Earl. You see Sean Porter hop his happy ass in that goddamn motherfucking ring. And Earl Spence started making that name after he knocked Adrian Broner ass out in sparring. Had that nigga sleep while they were sparring, and he beat up Floyd a little bit.
That Sean Porter.
You said $14 million for Kell Brook, right? Is that what you said?
You said what?
That upper?
You said $14 million for Kell Brook. Is that what you said?
No, I never said that. He only got like $1.5 million for Kell Brook.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the Mikey Garcia fight.
I said the Mikey Garcia where they did 360,000 pay-per-view buys and a $6 million gate.
Yeah.
But if you just do 300,000 times 80. That's 24 million right there. But they did over 300,000 pay-per-views, plus they had a $6 million gate. So that's 30 million just off 300,000 in the gate.
Upper, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Do you think the Sean Porter Spence fight took a lot out of them?
Actually, no. I think it took it out of Sean Porter because, Spence fucked up his hips. Remember, Spence fucked up hips because, after Sean Porter fought Spence, he went to go get that hip replacement shit. But I feel like what took a lot out of Spence, honestly, is because, nigga, you 168, dog. You shouldn't be down at 147 anyway.
Down there, and you got a car accident.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand when you cutting that motherfucking weight, you're sacrificing power. Like, people don't realize, but when you dehydrate like that, your motherfucking muscles, you're draining your muscles of its power, its dexterity to water out your muscles. It takes 72 hours to fully rehydrate after you dehydrated yourself. That's why what's that black ass nigga from England, his son about to fight Conor?
Nigel Benn?
Yeah, Nigel. No, not Nigel. Eubanks. Chris Eubanks. You remember Chris Eubanks singing was like, they trying to kill my son?
Yep.
Because your brain is the last thing to rehydrate. And they was trying to get Eubanks up under that damn weight. And then he wasn't gonna be able to rehydrate more. That's why you see a lot of people that they go out, their lights get knocked out. It's because they lost too much weight and they ain't been able to rehydrate. It takes 72 hours. I don't give a fuck who you is. That's why I knew Devin Haney was about to get smashed by Ryan Garcia. Because
hold on a minute now. Hold on. How'd you know that?
I'm about to explain it. I told everybody on here. Everybody on here made money off this shit. But at the weigh-in, when Devin Haney and I seen Devin Haney was dehydrated to make weight, and I seen Ryan Garcia coming at motherfucker, his muscles fully hydrated. I told everybody that night. I said Ryan's about to beat the fucking shit out of Devin, and I lost like damn 400 subscribers. Like all the motherfucking Devin Haney meat eaters done left because I said that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't even see my girl Nick J in them in here no damn more. My nigga Expensive Paper. My girl Shawa Allah, she's still my sister though, but she couldn't stand the Devin Haney. Like all the motherfuckers, they got mad because I said that Devin was about to lose. Because Devin was people don't realize Ryan was fully hydrated. His muscles was good. Devin had to try to rehydrate and it wasn't gonna be enough. And y'all see the difference. And it wasn't Osterring. It was the power of being rehydrated versus a motherfucker that's dehydrated. That's the problem. Like people don't understand. That's what the real reasons why Devin lost is because Ryan Garcia was already ready, and Devin had to get ready. And he didn't have enough time to get ready. But one thing about that, when your adrenaline kicks in, yeah, frequent. Fuck Hanos did frequent. I wasn't hating on him. I was just saying Devin showed a lot of heart. He kept getting back up. Frequent. So he could take an ass whooping. We can say that. But
you're gonna piss off the Devin the Haneyites.
They go now. The debutantes. I call them the debutantes. They be always hollering at black. They be hollering at black unity and staying on code. But that motherfucker ain't said shit about Bill Haney, his wife, and what she used to do. He got a white wife that used to be a prostitute at the Bunny Ranch in Vegas, but ain't nobody saying nothing about that. But you gonna call Tank the spook by the door, or you gonna disrespect Gary Russell, nigga with them Hawaii 5-0 shirts on, bro. You the last one left, Frequent. You remember all your friends used to be in here? They gone. They didn't want to face the facts that I told them that Devin was gonna get stopped. He wanted to get that little money for the weight cut. He was happy. Him and Bill was happy as hell. Y'all see how happy him and Bill was? They thought they got some free fucking money. Until that damn hook landed. Boom. And that's fucked up because Bill, that shit was like Madonna versus Broner. Broner took too much damage in that shit. Devin took too much damage in that shit. Broner's career was never the same. Bill should have stopped that shit a long time ago. Bill should have stopped that shit early.
Yeah, the Brian Norman fight. Who you got for that upper?
Honestly, Devin before Ryan. If this is what I'm saying, it's hard. I won't even fuck with that shit because I don't know what Devin's at. Because I've seen some people
hydrated. He's gonna be fully hydrated.
I mean, I understand that, but he was fully hydrated versus Ramirez, and his ass was running all day.
Well, you feel what I'm saying? I think them 3 extra pounds might show us something new when it comes to Devin.
I gotta see where his heart at, because if Devin fights the way Devin fought before, honestly, and I'm just gonna be real about it. If Devin fights the way he fought before Ryan Garcia, he's gonna outclass Brian Norman. Like if he fights the way he fought Regis Prograis, or the way motherfuckers say he lost to Loma, but he won 7-5 against Loma. I don't care what motherfuckers say, he beat Loma. But if the motherfucker sat there and fight the way he did right there, he would outland. He would out-punish. And I think he would outsource Brian Norman. Y'all remember when Quentin Randall fought Brian Norman? He made Brian Norman look silly. But
Boca Chica made him look silly.
Yeah, but the Devin Haney that I see now, if it's the one that fought Ramirez, Devin gets stopped.
Yeah, we don't know which one's gonna show up. We done seen too many versions of Devin, so we don't know. That'd be my thing. And then my thing, though, I'm going for Brian Norman Jr. because from what I'm seeing with his fights, is he's getting better and improving.
Yeah, he is.
Fight. He's adding. He's 24 and he's adding, and he got knockout power. So it'd be like, hey, he's looking like at that weight, right? Because now we know one thing we know about Devin is Devin got trouble, been having trouble coming up. But I mean, obviously he had it against Ryan. We couldn't see nothing against Ramirez because he literally ran. So we don't know. But from what we do know is that he can't take punches up there if you just count the Ryan fight.
Appreciate you, James Dunnigan.
I ain't never rooted for Devin Haney before, but I'm gonna pull from this one fight.
I'm gonna tell you why you pulling for him too, because you tired of Brian Norman daddy.
Brian Norman Sr. There you go.
I knew it. That's why I want to see Haney. Frequent, you already up?
I got a question, bro.
The sins
only
of the
got
father.
one problem with Senior, though. Only got one problem with Senior. Why you keep talking about Boots all the time? I'm talking about the dude.
I got one problem with Brian Norman Sr. too. He fought Greg Hackett, but he wouldn't give me this. I told him I'd spar with him. He called me broken all this shit right here. Nah, me and him got into it. What show was that? Me and him got into it on Frequent. And he was talking, I think it was exactly. He talking about, nigga, get your money up. And I said, nigga, get your money up. You living off of your son, nigga. You ain't had that goddamn auto mechanic shop until your son started boxing.
I got a question for y'all, man. Because I keep hearing people saying if Devin fight Brian Norman the way that he fought who was it?
Ramirez.
Who was his last fight? Yeah, Ramirez. The way he fight Ramirez. I think it'll be even worse for Brian Norman. Like, what make y'all think
Brian
that he could beat Devin?
No, he'll lose in Saudi.
Hell no. If Devin walk on water, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing, bro.
But if they in Saudi Arabia, Turkey already said he not with that Tom and Jerry bullshit.
I mean, I'm saying he might make everybody mad, but he's still gonna win the fight if he do that.
No, Turkey already said people start doing that Tom and Jerry shit, they not winning.
No, he's not. Turkey gonna walk up there like he did the other fight, say, "Hey, change some cards."
Exactly. Like he did with
Turkey don't be cheating
like he did with the Hamilton.
Don't put that smut on Turkey name like that, bro. He don't be cheating like that.
Nigga, he just did it with Hamza Sharez and Carlos Adames. Nigga, stop that, dog.
No, he told him he ain't changed the scorecards, man.
Bruh, Hamza Sharez didn't win 1 round versus Carlos Adames, bro. And now, frequent, be honest. That nigga ain't win 1 round versus Carlos Adames, and it was a draw. And then he became Turkey's ambassador.
If that was the case,
stop.
Who was running around in that fight?
If that was
Hamza Sharez was running, nigga.
With that medicine ball.
Sharez was running. Adames was walking him down.
Devin wouldn't be trying to work on his power with that medicine ball if that wasn't the case.
Hamza won that fight though.
Bruh, because Turkey, no. Hamza was getting beat the whole fucking fight.
That was a draw, and it wasn't even close.
And then they didn't even want to pay Carlos his damn money. Then after that, they didn't even want to pay Carlos his money on.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
I'm saying that was the opposite. I'm saying that was the opposite. You saying like if Devin dance around, he ain't gonna get the win. But you saying Hamza Sharaj did it though.
Okay, is Devin the same thing as Hamza Sharaj? Is he Arab just like Turkey?
Might as well be. He a Muslim.
They don't get, bro. Do y'all really think they care about black Muslims over there, bro?
Absolutely,
bro. They do not care. No. Honestly, bro, I got some Arab neighbors. They tell you they don't respect black Muslims, just like the West Coast don't respect East Coast gangsters. It's just how it's the same way.
That's the propaganda y'all like to push.
You know how the West Coast Bloods feel about East Coast Bloods. That's how the East Coast. That's how the East. No, that's how the East. That's how the Middle East feel about the Westernized culture, bro.
I know a lot of people over there, bro. What y'all be saying, pushing over here, don't be true, bro.
Okay, bro.
I know people who live in Saudi Arabia and Egypt too.
I do too.
And they don't say none of that stuff.
One of my co-owners of the bar that we used to have was from Afghanistan. We had a motherfucking goddamn gambling junk. They don't get
even Mutab Bill is over. He live over there, and look at his channel. What he be saying about it? He said all of that stuff people be pushing over here about Saudi Arabia is lies. If you don't know what I'm talking about the boy from the Outlaws.
So women got good rights over there. Are you allowed to drink over there?
No, you don't supposed to drink, and Muslims don't supposed to drink, man. What you talking about?
Well, Muslims follow the Torah, right? The Old Testament, right?
Say that again.
Ain't the Old Testament part of the Quran?
No,
Man, the Old Testament is the Quran. They said they took the Quran from the Torah.
No, it's totally different, man. It's not the same thing.
Bro, I've read the Quran before, bro.
I don't know. If you read the Quran, I wouldn't think that you would think that it's the Old Testament. That's a different book. That's a whole different book.
Bro, it was simplified, the Old Testament, bro. Like the man couldn't read. He couldn't read, so he had to remember, bro. He couldn't read or write. Exactly. So he had it based off. He had Jews that read it for him, though. And he had it subscribed his own thing, just like that Smith guy did for the Mormons. Just matter of fact, a Caucasian made the Mormons, a Caucasian made the Muslims.
Anybody in here who Muslim will be able to tell you that the Quran is not the same as the Old Testament.
Okay, so did a white man make the Quran? Did a white man make the Quran?
Hell no.
So hold up. What color was he?
What color was he frequent? So you
saying that
if the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam couldn't read or write, then how somebody made the Quran?
Let's get back to boss. Let's get back to boss. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about right now, bro. You really don't. You really don't.
I'm better prepared next time, bro. Yeah, that's all.
Nah, the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible is in the Quran, bro. The books of Moses.
I think we should keep it boxing, man, because people don't know what we talking about. They don't know what we talking about anyway. We're not prepared, bro.
How you say your money?
And also frequent. Did he not marry a underage black girl too?
Bro, I always tell you, you be mixing stuff, you be having stuff mixed up and everything, bro. Let's keep it boxing, bro.
Okay, you the one that did that. You the one that hopped up here and said that.
No, but you wrong. But we gonna keep it boxing now.
All right, let me get 3 people to support the grind in the Cash App. Can I get 3 people to support the motherfucking grind? Yeah, we keep it boxing though, but like we were saying, yeah, exactly, Ronnie Bravo. Yeah, Ronnie Bravo. It ain't Jay was not in the Hebrew Bible. His name was
it's not in the Hebrew language. That's why we be saying like we all get this Jesus stuff from when it wasn't even no J. It ain't no J in the Hebrew language. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general when the Christians be trying to talk about
that came from the slave Bible.
That was his name and all of that. But let's keep it boxing though, bro. They don't want to hear us talk about that.
Yeah, but I can't say right here. I told Key and y'all, we got a Discord. We was watching the fight in the Discord. But I told Key, I said, man, Boots looked good. Boots looked good. I said that nigga looked strong before he even came out. I said, boy, he rehydrated. He looked strong. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this: what we need is to see if them call outs is what they is.
Hey, like I was saying though,
what we need uppers to see him in there with some competition on his level or close to it. He did what he's supposed to do with that dude. He took out the trap. That dude wasn't supposed to be
that's what I'm saying. He did. Yeah, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He did exactly. No evidence. Salute my brother. And shout out to my brother D1 in the Cash App with the $2 holler. Appreciate you, my brother. Can I get 2 more people to support your boy in the Cash App? And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't have no problem with what Boots did. I've told everybody this shit ain't going past 4 rounds. It was just the fact that everybody was trying to hype it up like this was some type of brilliant showcase fight. Like Boots is at a tough. No, it's not tough. Like I said, this would be the equivalent of Tank Davis getting in there with motherfucking Emiliano Vargas.
When he went up to fight Mario Barrios, right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie about it because Mario Barrios didn't have. It's good to see prospects. And yeah, Mario Barrios had an interim title up there, but you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, sometimes skills pay the bill. It's a reason why they have prospects, contenders, and champions. It's a reason behind that.
But Boots called all of them dudes out, though. What about that, though, Shelton? Boots called all them guys out, so the ball is in their hands now. Like,
yeah, well, Virgil said they already signed for the fight, so let's see if it comes to fruition. Bakram already sent out a tweet saying he's ready.
And shout out to my brother.
Virgil said they signed for the fight.
Shout out to my brother Rod Walker in the Cash App.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Shout out to my brother Rod Walker in the Cash App with the $4 holler. Now, can I get one more person to support your boy for the day? Give me one more person. But yeah, Barrios is better than Lima. Yes, he's better than Lima. But you know, bruh, like I say, sometimes you can only fight who's in front of you. But like the only thing that had me with Boots was the fact that Virgil Ortiz was throwing salt on his name. Like, nigga, we tried to fight, we turned it down. And I'm like, my nigga, you was trying to get that fight the whole 147. You supposed to stand on that nigga neck like, nigga, let's do it. Regardless, fuck a Lima. Virgil, let me get you. Like, that's what I'm saying. But, you know.
Hey, Barrios' mover was up at 147. That's why Barrios stayed away from Boots at 147. Boots would have ran him over.
He know what. Look, Virgil said.
You know how big. You know how much bigger.
Boots said Virgil.
You know how much bigger.
Boots said Virgil is up. Bakram said he's ready. So Boots got a myriad of options. Abbas said he'll fight. So Boots got a myriad.
Bakram said he's ready now. Bakram said he's ready now.
Right now.
But I guarantee you,
Boots ducking him except for Bakram.
Well, I guarantee you, Boots don't fight Bakram next. And I'm gonna tell you why. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you why. Boots ain't gonna fight Bakram next.
Because he's the toughest dude in the division. Because he's the toughest dude in the division.
No, you want to get the toughest out the way first. But what it is, Bakram got that IBF belt. And Boots had already been. Yeah, that rehydration. Boots is gonna try to get that watch what I'm saying. He gonna get that WBA first, then he might unify with Barkley because don't nobody want to be under that weight restriction. Don't nobody want, but y'all know what's crazy.
That would actually be smart. Because if you unify, you don't have to use the weight restriction.
Yeah, you don't. It ain't nothing if you unify, but that's crazy because y'all remember Richardson Henderson. He said the reason why he didn't fight Subriel Matias was because of the rehydration. But after Matias lost, he went ahead and won the IBF belt. And now every time he fight, he getting rehydrated. That nigga was just scared of Matias.
He was ducking Matias. You know that though.
WBC. So if he fight Matias now, he don't have to rehydrate. Matias got
Look, did y'all not see
that's why he told Matias, come on with it now.
No. Did you not see when he ran up on Richard Henderson? He told that nigga, let's bet 250. And Matias, and Richardson, Subriel Matias ran up on Henderson. Caught him at the fight like, hey, let me see if I can pull this shit. Man, Richardson Henderson ducked
and
got the fuck on. He got the fuck on. Richardson Henderson was not trying to fight that man. Guess what he said? What's your boy name that beat Matias and Richardson beat? What did he say? What was the guy name that beat
Liam Perro?
Nah, it wasn't Puello, the Australian. Yeah, Perro. Yeah, look, Matias walked up to Richardson Henderson and say, let's unify. Guess what Richardson Henderson bitch ass said? You need to get your face back with Liam Perro. You got Perro problems. Why is Matias gonna get his face back with Perro? Perro ain't got a belt. Matias got a belt. He come to you to unify because you got the belt that he had. And you gonna throw up Liam Perro. That was some dumb shit, right? I lost all respect for Richardson after that.
That's because you
I think Richardson Hitchens scared. I think he's scared of Matias for real.
He's scared of that body work. He's scared of that real body work. That's why he said he didn't want to fight him with the IBF because he said that would be crazy for him. He even said it'd be crazy for me to dehydrate to fight you.
Hey, but do you think Matias will actually beat Richardson Hitchens though? I don't think Matias will win that fight.
Honestly, like if you want me to be honest about it, if Richardson go out there, he's on his game and he can keep the distance and he box like he boxed, Subriel don't stand a chance. Like, you know who Subriel Matias reminds me of? He reminds me of a young Mike Tyson. Y'all remember how wild Mike was and how he used to come in there and, you know, Matias, he used to take that punishment, then he started dishing that shit back out on you. But you see when Tyson was in there with skilled boxers, like Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, they were picking his ass apart, right? Like, that's the way I look at Matias. I feel like Matias...
They Mike when he was kind of old, though.
Who?
That wasn't the best Mike that they fought, though.
Okay, well, Mike Tyson had a chance to fight Holyfield all them times, and he was ducking Holy the whole time. Mike Tyson been ducking the Vander Holyfield. Mike Tyson gets knocked out by Buster Douglas. Holyfield was like, I got it, and knocked that nigga out.
That's why they fought. But before that, I thought Holyfield just wasn't fighting him.
Nah, Holyfield.
Matter of fact, Holyfield lost to Bowe, right? He lost to Riddick Bowe.
And he also beat Riddick Bowe.
Yeah, but I think Riddick Bowe won the last one, though. I think Riddick Bowe won the last one.
So you said Tyson
he got the belt back to Bowe. He lost the Bowe in the third fight.
So are you saying that Tyson would have beat Riddick Bowe? Is that what you're saying, Frequent?
Say that again?
Are you trying to say that Tyson would have beat Riddick Bowe?
Yeah, I think Tyson. Yeah, a prime Tyson versus Riddick Bowe. A prime Tyson. I think he would have beat Riddick Bowe. Yeah,
bro, a prime Riddick Bowe will beat the fuck out of Tyson. I'm sorry.
Tyson would have beat Holyfield if Holyfield didn't keep headbutting him. He was headbutting the hell out of Tyson.
So does a prime Tyson beat a prime
Frequent.
Tyson had to bite that man.
No, Tyson bit that man because he was frustrated. He was frustrated because he was getting his ass whipped. That's why he bit
Tyson kids was going to be afraid of him, bro. His head was looking crazy after he kept headbutting him, man. Tyson.
You forget, Frequent, the first time, Evander Holyfield knocked Tyson ass out. Don't forget that. He knocked him out.
He was headbutting him, though, bro.
So what? It's a ref in there. Niggas pro boxing.
No, bro. Come on. Them headbutts is crazy, bro. You supposed to fight with your fists, not your fists and your head.
Whatever the ref don't catch, Frequent.
Let me ask you a question. Does Tyson beat a prime Lennox Lewis, Frequent?
Hell no.
I don't think he could beat Lennox Lewis. I think Lennox Lewis is the one that beat all of them guys, man.
Do you know a prime Riddick Bowe was just as good as Lennox Lewis?
He ducked the hell out of Lennox Lewis because he know what Lennox Lewis did to him in amateurs.
I said he wasn't better. I said he was just, man, at Riddick Bowe at one time, man, Riddick Bowe was that nigga, dog.
But he couldn't beat no Mike Tyson, though, bro. Mike Tyson would have hurt him because.
But you said, okay. But you said Riddick Bowe wouldn't have beat Tyson, but you said Lennox Lewis was. Lennox Lewis' chin is more susceptible than Riddick Bowe's was.
Yeah,
and Riddick Bowe had more power than Lennox Lewis. And he had a better jab at one time.
I think Lennox Lewis' jab and his reach was what would have made him beat Mike Tyson.
How tall do you think Riddick Bowe was, Frequent?
His jab wasn't better. His jab wasn't as good.
What's your excuse for Buster Douglas, Frequent? What's your Buster Douglas excuse?
Exactly.
Buster Douglas' mom died, bro.
What they got to do with Tyson?
His mom died, bro. He ain't had nothing to lose, bro.
Hey, shout out to my nigga Aaron Muhammad. Before you leave, read what Aaron Muhammad said. Read it out loud, Frequent.
You think what he say? Salute a prime in shape Big Daddy Bowe beats every heavyweight in that time frame. No, I don't think so, man. Then how we lose to Holyfield then?
He wasn't in shape the second fight. That's why he came back in the third fight and busted that nigga ass. Shout out to my nigga Ronnie Bravo. He say Tyson struggled with James Quick Tillis. Bro, do you think Bowe wouldn't get in that ass? Exactly. That's what I mean. Frequent don't be paying attention sometimes.
Bowe was scared of people, man. Bowe had that. It was his heart. That's what I think it is. He was scared to fight. He ducked the hell out of Lennox Lewis.
Do you know why?
I think he ducked Tyson too.
Do you know why he didn't want to fight Lennox Lewis?
It's because they had history and Lennox Lewis beat.
When he was in the Olympics, right? Lennox Lewis walked into the USA's Olympic. He walked into the locker room and he said, "Who is the heavyweight that y'all got?" And everybody pointed back to Bowe. Winky Wright was like, "Yeah, we pointed back at Bowe." And he was like, "Nigga, I'm gonna knock you out." And they said Riddick Bowe was like, "Huh?" They said Riddick Bowe got out that thing, he got stopped. That right there, that was trauma. That's trauma right there. That's just like if a woman gets snatched into an alley, she ain't walking by an alley no more the rest of her life. It was trauma. The nigga had trauma bonds.
Yeah, he was scared. He was afraid of him. It was fear, bro.
Okay, hey, Frequent, let me ask you a question.
Tyson ain't had no fear. That was the thing.
Who?
Iron Mike ain't had no fear.
That's a damn lie. That is a damn lie. Do you remember what Tyson said? The first thing he said after he fought Lennox Lewis?
What'd he say?
I want a rematch. I want a rematch. Remember he said that when they were still in the ring?
Yeah, the only person Tyson said that he didn't want to fight was Big George Foreman.
No. And
but
what
they didn't want to fight each other though.
Bro, listen. Let me see. I'm about to give you the point. So you remember Tyson when they were pulling apart, he was like, "I want a rematch." And you remember when they had the announcement and they put the microphone in Mike Tyson's mouth, and he was like, "So what do you think about a rematch with Lennox Lewis?" What did Mike Tyson say after that?
You tell me. I don't what.
I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said, I don't know what I was. Hold on, let me get my Mike Tyson voice. I don't know what I was thinking. The man's jab hits like a Mac truck. He hits like a Mac truck. It's no way. This is what Tyson says now. It's no way I could possibly beat that man. I'm gonna fade into oblivion. That's exactly what he said. That man beat the fight out of Mike Tyson, and
that's what I'm talking about with Tyson. When he fought Tyson, though, Tyson had he knew how to lose already.
But you said Tyson wasn't scared.
Yeah, I'm talking about a prime Mike Tyson.
He said he hit like a Mac truck. He wasn't scared when he was talking about eating that nigga's kids all praise to Allah. You remember that? He said,
yeah,
"I'm
Mike Tyson was talking then. He was going crazy then."
But you can't say that because then he came back and knocked out the Black Rhino Clifford Etienne in like one round, didn't he?
Who the hell was he? Nobody.
He's from Philly. He's from Philly. Clifford the Black Rhino Etienne is from Philly. And you gonna say who's he?
He was a nobody, is what I'm saying.
He was undefeated.
So Kambosos was undefeated, and y'all say he was a nobody.
That nigga was ass. he should have lost to I was about to say Mookie Blaylock, not Mookie Blaylock. What's the nigga name that used to be with Floyd? I forgot the nigga name. He used to coach Devin. You know who I'm talking about, man.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
Damn,
he's about to fight Tevin Farmer, right?
Yeah. Help me, chat.
I can't remember his name.
Damn, that shit just slipped my fucking mind. Fucking with you. Just had it. Chat, who was the nigga that was supposed to fight Tevin Farmer, the one that used to train Devin? I sat there and said Mookie Blaylock, the point guard for Atlanta Falcons. I mean Atlanta Hawks.
That's basketball.
But they look alike. Shit.
I know who you think. They know. I know who you talking about though. He was about
Mickey Bay. Mickey Bay. That's why I was thinking Mookie Blaylock. It was an M. Mickey Blade. Appreciate you, my man. Slogan. You know Mookie, Mickey, same damn thing. But yeah, Lennox Lewis was a legend at that time, right there. But
yeah, that's my greatest of all times, a heavyweight. If we not counting Ali and all of them, I'm talking about Val era. I'm talking about Val era.
And see, that's what motherfucker got mad at me because I told him that Lennox Lewis would smoke Muhammad Ali. Like
hell no. Muhammad Ali was too smart for him, bro.
You only say that because the nigga was Muslim, bro. Muhammad Ali would have why he wasn't smart against Ken Norton? I mean, the man lost fights, so he wasn't too smart. Lennox Lewis is smart too. He's long and he got power. Lennox Lewis would have beat the hell out of Muhammad Ali.
Ken Norton. He underestimated Ken Norton.
Okay, bro. I don't give. All right, frequent. You can be as smart as hell as you want, but if you ain't
no Ali slander, bro. Come on, cut it out. Lennox Lewis is better
I'm
than
not
the champ.
saying Ali wasn't a great champion. I'm just saying proportionally, Ali was barely 6 foot. Like, bro, that's frequent. I could fight my motherfucking ass off. Frequent. I was undefeated in boxing. Do I think I could beat motherfucking Lennox Lewis in my prime?
You think Lennox Lewis would have beat George Foreman in his prime? Hell no.
Lennox Lewis his prime versus George Foreman in his prime. Actually, Lennox Lewis has been in there with some hard hitters. I think Lennox could keep the distance because George Foreman was what number, like 5'10", 5'11".
No, Big George would have walked that boy down.
Bruh, do you not know Lennox Lewis in his prime was a hard-hitting motherfucker? Mike Tyson.
What I'm saying though, Lennox Lewis
is like a Matt Twuck.
The thing about Lennox Lewis though is his chin, man. It's questionable. It's questionable.
Now, if you can get to his chin,
George Foreman had that cross defense. You know,
now, I think
that's a bad matchup for Lennox Lewis, man.
If you can get the Lennox Lewis chin, you can put him down. Oliver McCall and Hasim Rockman showed you that.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I think George Foreman would have got him. And George Foreman had that cross defense, man.
But, you know, we can't do the triangle theory, though, honestly, because I think George might stand a chance against Lennox. I mean, I think George, that'll be a 50-50 fight, but I just feel like Lennox, his overall athleticism would be too much for Mike Tyson, though. See, George Foreman was stupid. George Foreman, honestly, he's a big dumb country son bitch. I'm just gonna keep it real. Have you ever talked to George Foreman?
A prime Mike Tyson, though. The reason why I say I don't think Lennox Lewis could beat a prime Mike Tyson, because that's when Mike Tyson was real fast. He was real fast. He was short. It was hard for taller guys to hit him. That was the
But Buster Douglas fought prime Mike Tyson though frequent.
But Buster Douglas ain't Lennox Lewis, man. I'm talking about, Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson.
So you think Lennox Lewis can't beat Buster Douglas?
Yeah, he could beat Buster Douglas, but I'm talking about Mike Tyson in his prime, bro. Was fast. He used to bob back and forth. He used to duck. He was real fast. He was real fast.
But did Buster Douglas beat Tyson in his prime?
Yeah, but it's you trying the triangle theory thing with a fight that ain't even happened. I'm talking about them two. Mike Tyson had issues at that time when it was a perfect storm for Buster Douglas to win. Buster Douglas' mom died. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson was looking past him. I don't even think Mike Tyson trained for that fight. And Mike Tyson had some issues going on himself in his own life. And and to be truthful, Mike Tyson really knocked him out, but he got that good count, where they allow him to get back up. Mike Tyson knocked him out.
Like that Wilder Fury Part 1.
Yep, just like that. He got a long count. But Mike Tyson, his speed and how short he was, and I think it would have been real hard for Lennox Lewis to hit him, and Mike Tyson would have been getting inside on him.
That's why Tyson was ducking Holyfield though, because Holyfield was fast and short too. Holyfield was coming up from cruiserweight.
Yeah, Holyfield was good, but I think Mike Tyson his punching power was, I think he would have broke Holyfield down. He would have got Holyfield.
Shout out to DOG. Oh yeah. Tyson Fury said it. Yeah, he did say that he was knocked out. And then he was like, God told him to stand up. I said, that wasn't God, nigga. That was that crystal.
That coke. That coke.
That wasn't coke. That was crystal milk. That was ice cream. He was on that ice cream. Because that nigga eyes popped up. It was wide as hell. He just whoop, he got up like Lurch. I say, shit. I said, yeah, that nigga high as fuck. He high as fuck. And coke and meth, that shit don't stay in your system for 35 hours, a day and a half. You piss it out.
Yeah. My young boy got shot in the eye and Swiss cheesed up, fell down, rolled under a car, and was under there for about an hour, and he still lived because he was high. Because he was all drugged up, and they said his heartbeat was real slow, so he ain't bleed out fast.
Oh, that nigga was on that. He was on that fentanyl. He was on that fentanyl.
I don't know what he was on, but I know he was on fentanyl.
He was on fentanyl because if he would have been on coke or meth and shit, he would have died instantly because that speeds up your heart rate. You'd have bled out.
Yeah, he was on. No, I think it was them Xannies and stuff. That's what they was doing. Heavy. And
he was on Perks and Xannies. Right? He was on Perks and Xannies.
And that syrup. And that syrup.
Oh, that lean. That's what killed Pimp C. But Perks. That's motherfucking synthetic heroin. Oxycontins, Perks, all that shit. Yeah, they had me on that shit. That's why I used to pass out on the motherfucking show. I used to be on this motherfucking, I'd be snoring in a minute. Key hit me up talking about, man, upper, you're snoring. I'm like, damn. And that shit, and I realized the power of that shit will knock you out. You don't even know it. Like you talking next thing you know, you waking up. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I say, bro, I don't even take Tylenol no more. Exactly, Miss Joette. That's Dub City. That's the same thing Keith Thurman did before the Pacquiao fight. Who was that? Adrian Broner said, I saw Keith Thurman in the damn motherfucking lobby at 6 o'clock in the morning. He said, nigga, you better take your ass to sleep before the Pacquiao fight. Keith finally got a big paycheck. He was in Vegas. They say he blew a tenth of his check at the crap table. Oh, okay, Kurt. Well, that's what they were saying, that he died off that lean. That's what they were saying. But shout out to everybody that came through, man. Love all y'all, man. Dr. Key will be here tomorrow. Peace and bless to all y'all. I still needed one more person to support the grind for the day, but it's all good. I appreciate all y'all for coming out here, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe, man. Peace and bless to each and every one of y'all, man. And it's upper. I'm up out of here, bro. And I'm going to get you right, Kurt. But all right. Yeah.
You can't catch me on social media, my nigga. I'm in the street with it, you dig what I'm saying? Like that. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hit us, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and